All right. Well, anyway, we are live, and I'm hoping everything actually works. Yeah, fix a few things probably on this layout, but it's so close. It's so close to being correct.
Oh man, I see the corgi. Ooh.
Ah, man.
Mucho things.
Just turning off like all this stuff. So hello everyone out there. Hey Tannen. How's things today?
Hey, Tannen. How's it going?
Let me see. Just gotta chop off my head. There we go. That's nice and flush against the thing.
You're not even a character here.
My plushy head.
Okay.
I swear to God, I should make a
Is that like Marie Kondo? Sort out your thoughts. Oh wait, no, this is your thoughts, not your things.
Yes. Things would probably be Marie Kondo. But then you'd have to import her from Japan, so...
What? I thought she moved to the US or something.
Did she? I don't know.
Isn't there like a US-based Netflix show that's that stars her?
She could have been there for a little bit and then moved back.
That's true. Just stay there for filming.
Okay, test
All
number
right,
2.
Tannen.
Oh wow.
Be safe on your way back. Let's see. Second round is just increase.
Whoa.
Okay, so there should be a rhythm bot that appears and gets super, super loud. But you can change the volume.
Bert?
Is that what the wool was about?
I don't know how birds? What? You alright there, Isabel? All you do is
Hello?
keep saying birds. Are you still there?
I'm still here.
Okay.
All I hear was birds, so I was like, burp.
Yep, burp. Alright. Well, this is our new campaign. Almost Stormy. Yep. I can't see this going wrong at all in the naming convention.
Do you have an opening theme song?
No. Should we have an opening theme song?
I nominate Bill to sing for us.
No.
Right,
no,
Bill,
it should be Isabel.
Your homework for next week is to sing us the opening theme song of Almost Stormy. And yes, Tana, we've got a lot of screen overlays. Hopefully it works. I'm only half finished in this whole thing, but it's very slowly
Almost
happening.
finished?
No, just half finished. I can see still a little awkward things here that are not correctly working. But fix that little bottom weird edge thing. But anyway, getting onto it, make it work. Still, my stupid picture is even flagging up the Discordy green light at the bottom of it. Hopefully, it will just stop being horrible. But
what?
whatever.
I don't see it.
I know. I just cut it off. Okay.
No.
So we have with us myself, Emenar, Billsalive, IzabelSq.
I love how you had to hesitate on that one.
It was really hard to process it and also say it out loud. And Silvertwix with us playing D&D. This campaign is based on Storm King's Thunder, one of the books in D&D 5th edition by Wizards of the Coast. If you want to buy it and read all the spoilers, then I can't stop you, but that's where it's from. Of course, I will be doing a lot of changing up of things in order to confuse people either way, so it doesn't really matter to me. And we've got a bit of a interactive element with this campaign. So the idea is that, and we'll go into it a bit more later when it becomes more relevant, but the idea is that people out in the chat and the Nightbot, whatever, will flag up the fact that we've got some of those rules on in our Discord, but people out in the chat will be able to help influence little bits of the background of the campaign. The overlays won't stay up long enough to read them before they disappear? What do you mean? Just mean the chat log, or like...
Oh, I think the chat box. Yeah, you can make it so that it doesn't disappear.
Yeah, I can turn the chat box on. Turn
Look
that
at this
on.
cat. Look at this cat right here. This outrage.
That is a beautiful tale.
Are the overlays themselves like dying or something, or?
Oh wait, yeah, I don't see a chat box at all.
Well,
Yes, cat.
chat box is on now.
What kind of extension would you like?
I gotta turn on my Twitch
Here's
thing.
your foot right here. Your other foot right here. Your paws
Oh,
right
the D&D
here.
Beyond overlays.
Oh, you can click
the
into
extension.
them. Yeah, you can click into those overlays. That also works.
It's weird. It's not showing the characters on the left. Did you set the campaign?
I did set the campaign. It's not working.
I don't see the character HP on the left side, which is usually where it shows up.
Okay. Let me check. What did you do, Emenar? What have you destroyed? Ruined. Just the usual, I guess.
My life?
I haven't done that yet. Somebody started the campaign. Give me some time. Come on.
Soon. Don't worry. It'll come.
3 for 3, man.
Oh, Lawrence's HP bar is also missing on player views.
Let's see.
He's dead.
Okay, I'll have
No,
to
yours
fix
is missing
the-
on mine.
Oh, I can see Niserie.
I can see in the series bar, but not the text.
Yeah, I got the interactive.
Oh, I can't see
overlay.
your bar at all.
I can't see your bar at all.
Wow.
I see everyone.
No, seriously.
Neither of us exist.
But I see all of yours. What's going on?
It's weird.
Right, cat?
Mm,
Let me get a snip. People might think that you're. Oh no, they don't.
yeah, the overlays work if you hover. I'm not doing it so it like you can lock it. You can like click the lock button and then it stays there across my face and then you can't see me anymore. What I'll do is actually I'll put it on the right side because that's going to go over the chat then. I guess.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, what are these different modes?
Oh, actually, I can't
FPS?
see.
Wow.
I was looking at Emenar's stream a bit, so I can only see my own. I don't see either of yours. The health bar.
I see the health bars on all of these on my stream. I mean on the actual thing.
Yeah, so if you
See,
looked at
I did fix all your characters last time, this is the problem. It seems then. I fixed them, and then I had no one to look at them and make sure they're right. So I will check. Let me see. I go to edit. HP shouldn't be able. Yeah. So let me see. Oh yeah, I don't want you guys to edit your health bars. That's right. I want you to be able to see them, but not edit them. Yeah, so yours should be different than everyone else's, Isabel, because I didn't change yours. So I don't want you to edit. I don't want you to edit. See if that.
I know though.
What way did I set yours up then? Because it's a little different. So Tannen clicked on Bill's character, opened a new stats window, then it disappeared after 2 or 3 seconds. Yeah. Okay, so the lock button works. Yes, okay. So it was working fine. Which is good. One less problem to worry about. And then I
Oh, that's weird. How come I don't see it?
set up Niserie as C, but not edit. Okay. So it's supposed to be C, not edit. Oh my goodness. C, not edit. C, not edit. Okay, so all that is good. C and edit. And then this one should be C, not edit. C. And then Lawrence should be C. Oh my goodness. Okay, great. That should work. You guys should be able to see now. Hello? Anyone?
Hello.
Yes or no?
Yes,
Can you see now?
Yes, but I don't see numbers.
You shouldn't see numbers.
Yep.
You're only supposed to
same.
be able to see your own health.
Yep.
Cool. However, the stream should be able to see all the numbers, but not you guys. Because I'm a genius and totally didn't just get that by fluke.
You are a genius.
Thank you. As long as someone
Genius.
believes my
Born
lies.
master.
No, not true. Okay, and Silvertwix, you should be able to change your character around a little bit, right?
Yes. You want me to move myself?
No, I just want to make sure you can actually swap the character's token.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
I
Good.
see the multi-sided.
Excellent. Right. Then, in that case, we should be all working. Huzzah! Only took
Huzzah indeed.
a little while. Right, let me see. So, I don't like the fact that my tablet doesn't give me the ability to see the stream on the left side and have chat on the other side. It only gives me the ability to do one or the other. That is the stupidest way of working things. Because I've only got one screen. Two screens. Right, okay. So anyway, we're going to start the actual campaign. Yeah, turning it red doesn't work, does it? No, okay. Right, in that case, I've got chat here. Hello, chat. And yeah, so I'll give you a little brief thing on the rules first for chat interaction. So you will see that there are the channel points as per usual for a Twitch channel. There is the option of redeeming your channel points for rerolls, which the players can use throughout the game. I have all the rules, the full block text of rules in our Discord channel, so check out our Discord and see that. Now, the way it kind of works is that you can give the players the ability to re-roll any d20 during the game, and there's two different formats for it. There's a re-roll right now, so as long as they have made a roll, they can re-roll that within the last minute or so, as long as it's not like really far away. At my discretion, it'll be whether they can or not. And then there's also the option to give them a reroll that will last for the entire of this session. So that will allow them to choose to whether they can reroll it later or not. And just to stipulate, it is reroll only, not advantage. If they already have advantage or disadvantage, they get to reroll one of those two dice, not both. Okay? Which kind of sucks for the advantage part, but great for the disadvantage part. Better. But you can use multiple rerolls as well. So if you had two rerolls, you could reroll two dice. And they can reroll it after they make the rolls. All kind of basic. That's fine. It's not going to unbalance the game because I'm going to run it, so it doesn't. And but it should allow for a bit more fun and a bit more character-driven and chat-driven stuff. Maybe we'll see. We'll see how it works. There will also, and we'll discuss this a little bit more later, some interactive elements between streams in which you can help the characters from the background. And we'll say it later. By using your channel points on their channels, on Billsalive's channel and on Isabel's channel, to help influence things that happen between sessions. So we'll go into that whenever it kind of crops up. But the main thing we have here is the campaign. So we did a session 0 last week. We went through the characters, the building up them, and sorting out who is who and everything. So we have our 3 characters here. They are currently on the road, on the way to somewhere specific, together after having come across each other in various ways. So we're gonna see. That's exactly the wrong time to use the reroll now GDI because they haven't rolled anything. So you got to read the rules or listen to what I said.
GD is just a rebel. He's a rebel. He doesn't follow rules.
No, you get one in the future by the one that says gets one for the session. It says specifically. I knew that would happen. Yeah, the one that says
Yeah, he does what he wants.
the
GD.
one that says player gets a reroll. Oh, he can't even properly read it, can you?
Is it too long?
It's kind of long because it
Yes.
starts with sound alert. But it does say whenever you click it, player gets to roll anytime during the session. And then you can if you click it. That's the thing. When you click it, it gives you a whole, oh, do you want to redeem this? It says player gets reroll now or player gets reroll session. I'll allow this one for the session, GD, purely because it's you, and this will be the only one time, okay? So it's a free reroll for the party for some time during the session.
Yay.
But anyone after this, no, it's not happening, okay? So that I thank you for showing everyone what not to do. I hope so. I hope so. So we're gonna start the session. As I said, the characters are on the road, so I would like to hand it over to our characters now to introduce themselves to you for this session. The setting takes place in the Sword Coast. It's during a time of a little bit of the industry of the world is starting to move ahead a little bit. Things are starting to look a little bit different. People are starting to see each other in a different way than they had before. This is kind of like culmination of various things, but in the D&D lore itself, this is just after the time of which Tiamat, the many-headed dragon, demon lord thing, whatever, she kind of started this invasion, and this happens soon after that, but with a few tweaks on things. So, characters on the road. Lawrence, do you want to introduce yourself?
Oh, my name is Lawrence. I'm a Tabaxi warrior. I am a survivor of 1,000 battles. I work as a mercenary, and I am currently on the run to a small town or small village, which rumors say is a safe place for the hunted, like myself and my family. Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay, and do you want
Is
to
that-
explain what you are in terms of just class and race kind of thing?
So Lawrence is a Tabaxi fighter. Yeah, and like personality wise and things like that.
No.
Or-
Just you're a Tabaxi. You're a fighter. What type of fighter are you?
What was it? Eldritch Knight. Yes, that's the one.
Okay, cool. Great. So
Obviously, didn't prep for this.
we had the whole session 0 last week, but Bill and I have been talking back and forward a lot on the characters. So yeah. Okay. Isabel, do you want to tell us about your character?
So my character is called Niserie Satonn. She is an elven wizard and is enjoying the aspects of being free from her prior employment by a fife lord who shall not be named because she is currently running away from him. She is under the School of Conjuration and has taken up companionship with Lawrence and Vera.
Okay. And you are in terms of race class?
I said elven wizard.
Okay, I wasn't paying attention to that part.
Oh, nice.
I skipped past it and just went, that was clearly the best class, and then
Mhm.
didn't pay much attention to it. Also sorting out stuff in the background, sorry. Okay, and Silvertwix, will you tell us about your character then?
Hello, I play Vera, who is a forest gnome beastmaster ranger. Vera has just started to venture out into the world. She comes from a very reclusive society called the Bromkeep Gnomes, and she and her beloved companion, Walt, the corgi, have decided to embark on an adventure to explore the Forgotten Realms and maybe even find a cure for this curse that is plaguing their people.
Okay. So, So we start out on the road. You're actually getting pretty close to your destination at this point. You've been on the road for a good 10 day. And it is now the first day of what is the equivalent of July? Which we said was, oh dear, the names. The names of everything, because apparently I recorded it in the wrong place. Oh, there. Summertide. First week, first day. And it's a public holiday, I believe, called Founders Day. Which is a good place to start. You've been doing this bit of travel. It's been quite quiet, actually. The initial kind of idea was that Lawrence was going to help with the protection of Niserie, leaving the town. And Niserie, you haven't really discussed why you're leaving as such to anyone. That's just to you, right?
Correct.
And Lawrence is with his family at the minute. Is that correct, Lawrence? And you,
Yep.
who's in your family with you?
It's my parents, my dad and mom, my older brother and my younger brother. 3 boys. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, and you took about a day on the road before you actually came across Vera, and it was an interesting meeting at first. First, this massive corgi just basically chased Lawrence down the road a little bit until it eventually caught him in his heavy armor, and just ferociously licked all over this cat creature with a funny smell. Is that how it went down, Vera?
Yes. Walt has never seen a cat, especially one that is Walt-sized before.
I was not afraid of that. Walt.
Oh, definitely not. But
I was just like exercising.
Yeah, just exercising. And this corgi is the size of a wolf. You know, a full-size wolf. And may not be scary to such a brave tabaxi as yourself, but certainly surprising. And it was coming directly for you specifically, and you knew this, and you had that instinct almost that dog chasing me must retreat to get better advantage point. You know, high ground and all that.
Right.
Possibly. Right. Anyway, it all ended well with Vera coming in on the road there, and you guys were originally on your way to. There's some rumors of this village out on the road somewhere where you could get away from, maybe start new, and you both have good reasons to start new. Vera is on the lookout for just getting a bit of life experience out here, and she actually knows the name of the village and the exact location of it because she's been there a couple of times before in her past, and she helps guide you and Lawrence and Niserie and Lawrence's family to the small village of Haven. And it's I'll just bring you a little bit towards the map here at the moment. It's in the Desserin Valley, just kind of somewhere between a little village called Wamford and a town called Belliard. It's right on the west side of the High Forest. You've been doing a bit of this travel along this bottom road, coming the whole way from kind of like this side of the map, going up, and you've made your way good 10 days to this village called Haven. I have totally spelled Haven right. Good. Excellent. Apparently it's awkward to spell. So that's where we're going to start. We're going to start as you and your small group enter Haven on the road, you see it's a dirt track. It's been a dirt kind of like track for the last day or so. You've been walking along the river. The river flows down towards you. It's by your right hand. You cross this small rickety wooden bridge. It's barely held up, not because it's in bad kind of shape or it's old, but because it's relatively new and put together quite hastily. You don't have any real horses or things with you, do you? Did anyone buy any horses or such, or are you just walking? You've got some tents maybe for nighttime camping, or what's your kind
I
of
think we're just walking.
Yeah.
My
just walking.
my family and I are just walking. We're not rich. We're not wealthy. Also, I'm not sure if you were meaning to show Raven in the stream, but it's not showing at the moment.
Well, that's awkward.
uh,
Is that it now?
let me see. Yep. There's just a couple of seconds of lag, but yeah.
Yeah,
I see it
it didn't zoom into the right location for some reason. Now it is fixed. So these maps, by the way, are scaled, so you can use the little scale ruler thing, and if you hold Alt down whenever you're drawing, you can pin it from anywhere, so it doesn't just like stick to the edges of boxes. So hold Alt.
Ooh, these animals are huge.
Yes, those are massive animals. They are the size of dragons. Though in real life, they're actually ordinary cows. Some of these things are bigger because they just get stupidly tiny and pixelated, and like all the houses are like 200 meters long. It's not actually how they are. So don't worry.
These trees are also huge.
I know that. Well, again, hold Alt down and you can actually measure it correctly because you're not measuring it correctly. There you go. See.
100 meters.
Bottom left of the page has a scale in Imperial, and it's all measured in metric because Bill wanted it in meters. So we're doing it. If anyone has a preference on feet or furlongs or miles, 8 furlongs to a mile apparently.
Furlong, thanks.
You want furlongs?
JK, I want feet.
Do you want feet? You can change it to feet if you want.
Right, change yeah. I mean, I don't mind going with feet if that makes more sense.
Well, I mean, all
scaling.
D&D is measured in feet, but
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. See, it's just that the feet numbers are like, I don't know what 2,000 feet is in my head, whereas I will know what 500 meters is.
True, but if our walking speed is 30 feet, I'm gonna have to do some background calculations to see how many meters that is.
I wouldn't
How
worry.
long will it
cow.
take us to walk across this cow pen?
100-foot long cow is still huge.
Oh God.
Well, ignore the amount of hours I put into this map just to be immediately ridiculed by the massive cows.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's fine. You'll get your comeuppance eventually, Bill. So you make your way across this rickety little bridge, moving your way kind of around the river bend. And the little bridge, by the way, is just like down here, where the river kind of merges with another portion of the river, and the river flows down the page. So the first thing you see in this village is the cattle. Actually, you know what? Before we do this, let me just grab a. I'm gonna send you guys in the chat a link. If you could follow it, and it should give us some background noise, which I can use to go along with the music as well. So let me know whenever you guys get on that, and if you can hear the background breeze.
Oh yes, I can hear it. Very nice.
Oh, there's cows as well. Brilliant.
I hear crickets.
That's a lot
And
of cows.
cows, yes.
Damn, that's a lot of cows.
Connecting.
Okay, I got 2 connected.
So
This was on my to-do list of like, I've got like 10 items of a to-do list before I start this stream, it seems. Yeah, those cows will eventually recirculate in many forms of repetition. I don't know if I can change. how much they repeat, but they certainly repeat. Okay, so they're going to repeat a lot, it seems, until I turn them off. You approach this village. You can see a number of houses, half a dozen or so ahead of you on the road. Little small kind of like roads moving off. Though what you do notice, there's a few cows here. You notice the fence is actually destroyed on somewhere in like the nearest portion to you, like on the east side, and there's people seem to be moving about quite frantically. You notice a group of ones specifically in front, strange little figures, and it seems to be two goblins running across the village with a couple of chickens in each arm. They're being followed by a dwarf, but not chased by a dwarf, followed by a dwarf, who seems to be urging them in towards a building with like a worried expression on his face. See, there's other movement in the village further back, and as you're moving a little closer, you see one building that looks to be bits of clouds of dust near it. It seems to have fallen in on itself, and there's something or some things outside covered in two thick blankets on the ground.
How far away are we?
Say you're just kind of near the south end of the cow pen at the moment. You haven't really fully approached yet, but you could if you want. You're far enough away that people could see you if they were looking, but they seem to be doing other things at the moment, so they're not really paying any attention. You're in full view though.
So the dwarf does not see us, or he doesn't seem to notice us.
Dwarf doesn't notice you. He could see you if he looked at you, but it's not like you're hidden or hiding or anything like that. It's just that they seem to have other things at the moment happening.
Is this a kidnapping that we're watching here?
Hey, sorry, what?
Is this a kidnapping of chickens that we're watching here?
Could be. These dwarves or these goblins did take these chickens into the building right beside the cow pens.
Lawrence would nudge Vera, because Vera's kind of guiding the party, right?
Yeah. So I turn to the other two and I say, "This should be it, but it appears something bad has happened here."
Do you know the dwarf?
No, I'm not too familiar with the residents here. I just stop by, drop people off, and then head on my way.
So what's that building over there where they're going? You know what that is?
Do I know what that building is?
It's kind of connected to the cow pens. It's not actually connected, but it's like beside it, so you could come under the.
It's like a barn.
No, it's actually it is a house beside it. It could be for whoever owns the cows or whatever, the cattle. Maybe lives there.
I turn to Lawrence and I expose. I think it might be the farmer's house, the cowherder's house. We should go over and see what's happening. Maybe the town isn't safe right now.
Well, lead the way. I'm sure they will appreciate a familiar face than seeing a bunch of strangers burst into the house.
Can Niserie send her owl familiar ahead of her just to kind of scout out the area?
Are you going to be doing it as like through the eyes of the owl, or is it just to come back and report to you kind of thing?
Come back and report to me sort of thing.
Yep, that's not a problem. Your owl can fly around, not very suspiciously. Owls are occasionally out during the day. We're saying it's probably a midday for you guys at the moment. And you guys can all give me a perception check if you like. Remember, you all have one reroll at the moment that you can use, but you have to use it after, and you don't technically have to chat with each other if you don't want to agree, but you can agree if you prefer.
Got an 11.
I got 21.
22.
Get this purple text stuff.
True.
So miserable.
Can't believe I rolled like nat 20 on both.
Oh.
See if I can.
That's all your luck for the session.
Shoot. Reroll one of them.
Gotta take the rerolls. That's another rule, by the way. If you reroll anything,
Wait, why would you reroll?
I was joking.
Flex.
I mean, if it's something you do want to feel in the future because of reasons for your character, you certainly can use those. You know. Let's see. Get this. Fix. Maybe that'll fix it. Probably not though. Okay. So Niserie and Vera. You'll notice that you've seen the fences damaged here. You notice that the building kind of beyond the fence, if you see it in the map, there's like a bunch of rubble sitting in the middle there between a couple of buildings. It seems to have been destroyed, and Lawrence, you'll notice that as well. But you notice that underneath the two blankets seems to be covered, there's some blood kind of soaking the edges. You also can see further in, there's other buildings there. There seems to be what has a large stone chimney. Most of these are all wooden. But there's one that has a large stone chimney on it. And further back is a much larger one with some fields with small fences out by it. It looks like part of the fields have been damaged. There's not too much other damage apart from the well in the center.
So it doesn't look like a hurricane or something.
No, it doesn't look like something that's swept through and done damage to everything in a path. Like certain things are damaged, but they're kind of different locations.
Do I see any tracks or something?
Give me a survival check.
I got a 3.
Like there's a lot of damage around. You see that there's a lot of damage, but you can't pinpoint anything particular for if there were tracks, like what it was or who it was or anything like that. From here.
When we get a bit closer, I gesture to Walt to sort of like start sniffing around the area. Just to see if he catches the scent of anything unfamiliar.
Yeah. Sure. Walt could give me a perception check. Does Walt have like advantage on smell stuff or anything like that?
He does not have advantage on things. But he does have perception. Oh, passive perception is 12. Let me just roll straight perception.
15? Yeah, there's
13.
13?
Yeah.
That's 15 there. What's going on with that? You got 13 plus
it
2.
Rolls. Oh yeah, sorry. Okay, yeah, 15.
Yep. Yeah, like Walt seems to get a whiff of something in the air. Something that seems to be scattered all around here somewhere, but you haven't moved into the village yet. It seems to end by the river.
Interesting.
Should we just ask? Niserie points out, saying like, figuring that none of us really have a lot of information of what's going on, and points out the dwarf. Maybe he would know.
Yeah, the dwarf at this point has closed the goblins up inside that building with the cows, and has moved off into the village. You see him like running north towards the other buildings, of which you see other movement.
Has my owl returned?
Yeah, your owl can fly by and come back towards you at this point.
What does it say?
Does your owl speak?
It is a familiar.
I don't know if they speak as such.
When my familiar is within 100 feet of me, it can communicate with it telepathically.
Oh, okay. Right. And you had it as an owl, right? Give me a perception check for the owl. And it can have an advantage because it's got the keen hearing insight.
To roll this, though. I guess it's just +3 to perception.
You should be able to roll it straight from your D&D thing if you've got familiars. You can put an owl in there as a companion.
It doesn't give me that option. I can cast the spell, but it wouldn't.
Here, I can roll one for you if you want, or you just type in owl in the D&D Beyond at the stat block.
And when I tried to press,
you just press like the dice icon.
Well, 15.
15. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So does a flyby? There seems to be various things going on, and you ask it to report back just in general. What's going on, kind of thing. What was it you asked it before it left?
I asked if there was any danger up ahead.
Okay. It flies back and do you have a name for your familiar or anything, or? Just familiar.
Harry.
Is this like some sort of white owl or anything that?
He's a what's it called? Not a barn owl.
Greach.
We'll get back to you. He's more of like, I think, a barred owl is what it's called. It's kind of like it has a gray kind of feathering with like a black spotted peppering on its wings typically, but the rest of the body is relatively gray and like shades of brown.
Okay. So you're
someone redeemed the water swig from the water skin.
Oh, there we go. We gotta make sure you all swig from your water skin. Peoples. Thank you,
is
Sherry.
Empty.
And dex checks, everyone, as in stretch, not actually roll me some dex checks.
I see the storm, the lightning thingy.
You see that now. Good. It's working. All that effort for whatever that is. Huzzah. Also, hi, Cherry. Okay, so your owl flies back to you, letting you know that not sure if there's any danger. Seems people are scared.
And Niserie turns back to her group saying, apparently people are scared.
Lawrence just smacks his head. Says, here I thought like this was supposed to be a safe place for us. What's going on? There's blood. Things don't seem to be safe. There seems to be some kind of chaos going on and destruction. Is my family going to be safe here?
Are they out of earshot of you, or are they around when you're saying that?
They're my family.
Monologuing,
no.
as it were.
No. Lawrence is probably talking to like Vera and Niserie about this, because this is supposedly a safe place, right?
A safe haven, as it were. Mm-hmm.
Safe haven, yes.
Doesn't live up to its name.
I'm sure there's a reason for this. This place is safe. I can guarantee you that. It's been a refuge for the last year. This is the first time I've seen something like this. And Vera looks like visibly panicked, but she's like trying to, calm down her two new friends because she wants them to trust this place. And she walks up to the dwarf.
Okay. So
Hello there.
The dwarf has kind of moved a little bit into town, and as you walk towards, he turns around and looks at you, and seems to be immediately defensive, and then kind of like slumps down a little bit with this exhausted expression, possibly realizing that you're not here to do any harm. You say hello here, and he kind of tentatively just looks back and says, "Hi there, you've come at a bad time."
I can see that. Is there anything I can do to help you? I'm Vera, of the Bromkeep Gnomes. Don't know if you recognize us, but I have a vested interest in this place.
I heard of you once. Haven't seen any around here myself, but some of the others they have. You could help out, maybe. I don't know what you could do, but maybe talk to Tobias. He'd point you in the right direction. Me now, I'm just trying to make sure everyone's all right, and no one else is hurt. The priest took a bit of a stumble earlier, and those unfortunate ones over there, and points at the house that's crumbled with the blankets with the blood stains on it. It was very sad, very sad. And he does look quite broken up and a bit frantic. He's like rubbing his hands together in a kind of anxious kind of way.
What exactly happened here?
Oh, of course you wouldn't know him. These. There's orcs and ogres. There's stomped through here, and they took most of my cattle. Number of chickens, and they destroyed that house there, that family, and it's just he seems to be just struggling to really process it.
So you were raided then.
Yeah, nothing like this happened before. It's a safe place here. I haven't seen none of these ones outside of the locals, of course, but not like this. Not. I just don't know.
How big was their party?
Maybe a dozen. It's hard to tell when they're so big. I think maybe half a dozen of them were the bigger ones, though they seem to be in various sizes themselves.
Which way did they come from?
They came from the north way there, and then they just headed across the river and into the forest. They took a lot.
Into the forest. Isn't that your forest, Vera?
Is it my forest? I thought it was a little bit away from the forest.
This is like the edge of the high forest.
Okay.
So the
right,
main high forest would be deep in. So it would the edges, as you know, are relatively safe. Depends how deep you're talking about. Because it is, as we talked about, like the size of Ireland. The high forest.
from all of Ireland.
Are you sure your people are safe, Vera?
They can handle themselves. I trust in them, but I haven't heard of orc or ogre raids this far south. Yes, there are a couple ruling factions, but they tend to stay further north. This is most perplexing.
Well, so what are your plans then? Sorry, I don't think I caught your name. What was the dwarf's name again?
Sorry, the niceties aren't straight in my mind today. Name's Darius Copperback. I'm the cattle farmer here. I need to. I need to get back to look and make sure everyone's accounted for. This all happened so suddenly. Just about an hour ago.
Are you the leader of this town? Do you
No.
keep things in order here?
We don't really have much of a leader, but Tobias would be the one to talk to for anyone. He helps the administration of the trade and things. He wouldn't call himself a leader, but he's the next best we got. He helped set up this little town. Sweet.
All right, maybe we should go over and find Tobias.
He's in. He's like that building up that way at the end of the road, the path there. Points at this like edge one near the edge of the river. And he stumbles off, seemingly moving about almost randomly and erratically.
He seemed pretty distraught. Apparently, it only happened an hour ago. Well, let's go find Tobias.
Do you know this Tobias person, Vera?
Do I know Tobias? I don't.
You've heard of Tobias, but you never met Tobias. You know that he's one of the ones who set up the place, and that this place wouldn't be here or in the kind of condition it was without him. But from what you've heard, he's a friendly character and welcomes everyone.
All right, I guess we will go meet Tobias.
Just trekking through the wreckage.
Just trekking through the wreckage. You see,
Do we see any...
Go ahead.
Do we see any other people who are injured or?
Yep. You see, as you kind of walk up past the middle, a group of 5 people just behind this small, not a shack as such, but it is a smaller wooden building than the others. It seems to be a shrine sitting outside it in the middle here. The well, as I said before, looks damaged. It looks like the entire roof on one side of it is caved in. There was possibly a wooden kind of like shelter above the well. This little building has a man on the floor with. It looks like his leg is twisted in a slightly unnatural angle, and there's a woman kind of knelt down, looking to see whether she should or shouldn't do anything, maybe, or whatnot. Beside them, there are 2 bugbears holding a little female bugbear, like very little female bugbear, like a child.
Mm-hmm.
And they're looking in worry.
This is a very strange group, strange-looking group.
One of the bugbears, they're both male. One of them looks at you, walking over and seems to have checkered kind of shirt on, kind of like leather pants, and no armor or anything like that. Just looking out, and for anyone who doesn't know what a bugbear generally looks like, I'll throw up a handout here. But they have this. Give me an insight check, actually, Vera. They look like this, but this guy is a lot less aggressive looking.
12.
I mean, he looks anxious or worried or scared. It's one of those things. Doesn't look maybe a little defensive, but not aggressive. And you've never come across any like you haven't been fighting any of these before, but maybe once or twice certain orcs or something have wandered into the forest, and you've escorted them out in one way or another. But you've heard stories of bugbears and all this. This is just a scared one, it seems. And this little female child is clutching them both, like an arm on each arm, kind of thing. And she seems scared.
I look at. Oh, sorry. Continue.
The man on the floor with the twisted leg seems to be possibly unconscious. Now you're this close.
Oh my god.
I look at Walt and I sort of nod at him to like wander up to the little bugbear child and like, look all cute and doggy, and I look at her and I say, "Do you want to sit on him? He's very gentle."
So your Walt starts to move forward, and remember, Walt is the size of a wolf, and she's she's a little smaller than you, just a little, and he wanders up, and the large bugbear, who's directly like closest to you, the one who noticed you first, kind of nudges her behind a little bit. But give me a persuasion check.
I'm extremely persuasive. Oh, I am persuasive. It's a nat 20.
Nice.
Hey.
You, as you like walk toward, you kind of walk towards with this very disarming expression, this kind of smile that's comforting, and as he's like pushing the little girl behind him, stops doing that, and she moves out in front, and he doesn't stop her. And Walt, the large corgi creature, is much bigger than her, comes up and starts sniffing at her, and she like shies back a little bit scared initially, and then like stands there, and he like sniffs all across her hair, and she starts giggling as he's like starts like licking her face, like full big tongue on face action, like the whole, like, and she giggles like, stop it, and you ask, do you want to sit on him? And she looks up at you and like gives you this like this big nod of excitement, yes.
Yeah. Walt sort of like sits down, sploots down, so he's at accessible height. And I would lift her up, but I am also very short, so I guess her parents would have to do it instead.
So, yeah, the bugbear closest to you, the one with the checkered red shirt. You notice the other one's got a checkered green shirt. This one's got a checkered red shirt. Both leather kind of pants. However, the one with the green shirt seems to have this large logging axe. The head of it is like against the ground, while he's got one hand on the shaft. It's pointing downwards. And the other one, who had been noticing you before, lifts the little girl up, the little bugbear girl up, and sets her down on top of Walt. And then Walt gallops away. Well, actually, you control Walt. You control Walt. Sorry. Yeah.
Walt kind of trots around gently, back and forth, you know. Sort of like really playing it up, really strutting, so she has like a fun time.
There's a bit of that bounce in there in the saddle, and she like bounces up and squeals in joy as he makes this like loop around the well, which is damaged. You can see there's like rubble, rocks and all like littered the ground here, and pieces of wood and like a ripped part of rope, all kind of like lying there by the well. And you see a imprint on the ground, a large kind of one where something has been pressed down, sinking the rocks into the ground, as if treading over him with a heavy weight. And Walt makes this kind of rounds around, and as he's doing that, the bugbear who lifted her on. Who are you?
We're looking for Tobias. Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Is he
no,
talking to the
go
group
ahead.
or just to Vera?
To Vera specifically. You guys are all there, but
Okay.
she's in front, and she's been, somehow stealing this little girl away.
Kidnapper. No. I'm Vera, and these are my companions. Lawrence and Lawrence's many family members, and this is Niserie, and that one over there, that's Walt. You can see him. And I kind of wave at the little girl and Walt. We've been trekking for a few days, and we were on our way to Haven, to this place, and couldn't help but notice that something awful has happened here.
Oh, yes. Everybody's usually welcome in Haven, but today's been a bad day. Yes, if you see Tobias, he's taken it relatively hard. He doesn't seem to know what to do, but we're counting on him for the best that he can. Name's Olaf, by
Where's
the way.
Tobias? Olaf?
Oh, Bristolak?
Olaf.
Olaf.
Olaf Bjornheft. And this is my husband, Reynold. And that's Rosie there. And the little girl, again, squealing in joy as she gets kind of bopped around a little bit by Walt.
Wait, do we know that is this a female bugbear?
It is a female. The little one's a female bugbear.
What about Olaf?
Olaf and Reynold look to be male. He called Reynold husband, so would be male. Of course, you can give me a nature check if you want to. More kind of just like on physical appearance, at least.
Nature.
How much do you know? How much do you know about bugbears? I thought you were trying to figure. You've met bugbears before. Seems to be male. Female bugbears have are relatively different than this. It's not your first time coming across one. Why is there a Kush Daddy and a Kush Mommy now? It's worrisome. Okay.
Whoa.
I'm going to have to question this later. Okay. So.
Is that guy still passed out on the ground?
He seems to be moving around a little bit and groaning behind you, but not. Eyes are closed. The woman is like looking towards you all cautiously, and as you're like looking towards him and her, would you happen to know anything that could help here? He's very hurt. He took a the back of his head, and I think his leg is broken. His leg is very.
Wait, this is the
broken.
husband? Is this the husband?
The
This is the
husband.
other guy.
This is the it's a human male on the floor and a human female.
Oh.
She looks to be like a young adult, and he looks to be 40s maybe.
I crouch down on the ground, which I'm already very close to, being so short, and I inspect his injuries and I cast Cure Wounds.
Okay. You give me a medicine check first.
Oh, okay, great.
Since you're inspecting his
That's an
injuries.
11.
I mean, he looks hurt. His leg is very clearly broken. His head is bleeding. Cure wounds will definitely do more good than not. And you lay your hands on him, and she sees what you're doing, and kind of eyes widen a little. And she moves back as you cast Cure Wounds at first level.
Yeah.
And roll me the general healing that you do. 7? Okay.
7.
That's good. 7's good. You see the wound close up on his head a little bit, scab over. The leg, however, remains in the same shape, but it no longer seems to be as cut up. You know that cure wounds won't heal broken bones.
I look to Lawrence and Niserie and I say, do either of you know how to set a broken bone?
I mean, I've seen my fair share of injury, but I'm not exactly a doctor. I guess we can try to straighten it a little bit.
The man on the ground kind of pushes himself up on his elbows and looks over at you and says, I think I can help. I could direct you to what to do. If you could do it.
Anyone with a steady hand?
It's worth a shot. Let's do it.
And not a weak stomach either.
I'm not a stranger to blood, so.
Sounds like a job for a strong warrior. She looks at Lawrence expectantly.
All right, Lawrence goes over. He's like, okay, yes, I've seen similar injuries before. I'll do my best to follow your instructions.
All right. And you see that he's not looking forward to this. As he kind of you're gonna need to get. I really appreciate the healing, but this still hurts. But have to keep going. Got to endure. And you notice he's got a holy symbol around his neck.
Oh.
If you get a couple of straight pieces of wood and some rope.
Are there any lying around?
There's broken pieces by the well, but they're not so.
They're not straight.
They're not great legs. It has to be nearly as long as a leg.
Where do you have those like somewhere chopped up, or
if you go up to the hunter's lodge up there, she might have some longer ones. Points.
Where can I get rope? Does anyone have rope?
You guys should have rope, surely.
I don't have any rope. I'm just checking my equipment. I don't see any rope. Oh, actually, no, I do. I do have 50 feet of rope. Never mind. All right, so I guess Lawrence will kind of just go over to that lodge then.
So it's a little bit out of town. He kind of points, and it's like over the hill a little bit there. You can see it on the map. It's quite a way actually.
All right, well,
2,000 feet. I mean, whatever that is. Half a mile. It's half a mile away.
I mean, if that's the only place where I can get like straight planks or something, then
It's it's like the longer kind of pieces of wood you'll need is the problem.
yeah.
It's almost like
Anywhere
construction
closer?
material. There might be some around. You could look around here. Check any of the houses.
What about the broken house?
I'd rather you didn't take anything from there.
Okay, sure. I guess I'll just go over
give
to
me an insight check, actually.
insight check. Is that his house? Is that what's going on? 12.
No, that's okay. He has a strange look on his face for a moment, but not sure what it was. But there's maybe even if you talk to Tobias, he might have something. Oh, this
Where
hurts.
is Tobias? We've heard of Tobias, but where is he?
He's over there by the edge of the river. I went over there. You know what? I'm missing a few buildings in this map.
I mean, if it's almost as far as the lodge, maybe I should just go to the lodge.
It's like right. Tobias's one is like right beside you, kind of thing. It's like a couple 100 feet away.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay, I guess we'll go there
The
first. Then.
lodge is half a mile away.
I guess we'll go see Tobias first then. What's your name, so I can tell Tobias? What's your name, good sir?
Tomlin Baker.
Tomlin.
Tomlin. This is my daughter, Mary Baker. You're gonna get a lot of names. Oh, that's Omlin. 1 minute. There's a T in
Mary
there.
Baker?
Oh my goodness, there's a T and an R. Missed them all. There we go. Omlin Baker. And you notice that she's got kind of pointy ears for human.
Oh.
Possibly half elf, but definitely not an elf.
Ah,
And you would know this for sure in this area.
yeah.
Yeah, and she looks like she's in her like a young adult kind of stage.
Does she look like my kind of elf, or?
Hard to tell when you kind of like mix up and stuff.
I guess we'll go see Tobias then.
Alright.
I mean, unless you guys want to stay here, and
Well,
Lawrence
no,
can just go and
there's
see
not
Tobias.
much we could do for him. We might as well meet up with Tobias.
Very well. Let's go.
As you're kind of
man.
discussing that, Walt comes back and the little female bugbear kind of like hops off his back, not very gracefully, kind of like slides off and semi falls and like giggles with the. And she runs up to Vera and says, "Oh, that was so fun! Can I do that again?"
Maybe later? In an hour or so. I just need to go see someone about something.
Okay. I see you then.
So I wave at her. Walt has a new friend.
Okay.
And I guess we all head off to see the guy,
Tobias.
Tobias.
So as you're moving off, you see the woman kind of like lean down to her father again on the ground, the priest, Tomlin, and she seems to like, as you're walking away, she seemed to hear her say, "Don't move, just be still. You don't need to get up." And the two bugbears are standing around, seemingly not sure with what to do with each other, what to do at all here, and they seem to discuss something. And as you're walking away, they say, we could go and get that wood for you. We have a we have a lumber yard up in the hill up there.
Oh, that's your lumberyard?
Yeah,
Was it the one that Tomlin was pointing to earlier?
yeah, I pointed to the wrong one. That's their lumberyard, but he was directing towards the hunter's place.
Oh, okay, okay.
That's my bad.
Oh, thank you so much. I think we also want to see Tobias anyway, so we'll just check in on him and come back.
Okay, we'll be back as soon as we can with some planks or something. They discuss
Yes,
with
yeah.
the priest. It seems as you're walking away. As you make a move towards the house, kind of near the river, you see them running off across the farm area onto another kind of like dirt road. You see a lot of like dirt roads that kind of spiral around here. You come to a house that's bigger than the others. Like, not that it's got more floors or anything, but it's just bigger. A bit taller, a bit wider. Door's bigger.
Is the door open?
Doesn't, no. Seems to be closed. Curtains seem to be shut.
Do we
Niserie
do we
will
hear
knock.
any?
Okay.
Sorry.
You knock on the door.
Oh.
And kind of like creaks open as you come face to face with a much larger face than your face. It seems to be very hunched down, looking at you with these, and all you can see is it when it opens the door. It seems to be a very large creature with really big round nose, big bulbous eyes probably the size of your fist, Niserie. And
Huh.
you're staring into the face of what seems to be an ogre, but not dressed like an ogre, not wielding weapons. It seems like a white cotton shirt, with a leather kind of overcoat over it. And the thing that really stops you from moving backwards in initial fright, because everyone knows ogres are dangerous creatures. Even if you're dangerous yourself, it's still like you're right there beside it, and one hand could grab you and lift you up into the air with one. But you see tears in his eyes, like tears that kind of like red puffy eyes, like from crying. Not necessarily tears, like not right now, but they seem to have a glisten to them.
Okay. Niserie looking up at it, slightly intimidated by the size, probably with widened eyes of her own, tries to school her features before almost excusing herself in a way and turning to greet them, being like, hello, my name is Niserie Satonn. We're looking for Tiberius. Would that be
Tobias.
yourself? Sorry, Tobias. Too much about history.
Yes, that would be me.
Greetings. My friends and I have traveled far and have stumbled upon this village. She almost asked questioningly, not really sure what to call of it. She hasn't really seen such a community so small.
Yes. I'm sorry for my. And he like puts one big like hand like across his eyes, like it kind of rubs them. Just I apologize. Please come, come in. Let me pour you some tea. You must have been a long way from home. And he's like kind of like big snort sniffs as he backs away into a large, tall room, but quite sparse. You follow in?
Niserie will take a hesitant look at her companions before following in.
Well, I follow as well. I guess Walt has to stay out. Walt's a person. Walt should be allowed to come in.
Are you asking or?
No. You know what? Vera has never been inside a house before. So she walks in and Walt follows her. You know, he expects to go wherever she goes.
Okay. Lawrence?
Yeah, Lawrence goes in, follows in.
As Lawrence kind of follows in, his father like claps one fur paw down on one of his shoulders and says, "Son, we're gonna stay out here for." I need to get an accent for them, actually. We're gonna stay out here, just for now, if that's okay.
Yes, yes. Don't worry. Just catch your breath. Take a look around. Make sure to let us, not to stray too far in case more of these raiders come back to the village.
You know us. We're no strays. And kind of moves off, just off to the side, and they kind of like look around a bit. Not really going anywhere, but looking to figure out something, it seems. You head on in. Close the door behind you.
Yeah, I guess that's the polite thing to do. Yep.
It's quite warm in here. It's a large wooden kind of structure, maybe twice the height almost of any other building that you like, ordinary house that you'd be in. Much wider. There large spaces in between furniture, and the furniture is quite sparse. There's a solid table with a large kind of wooden log as this like a bench by the table. There's another one on another side, and it's not just a straight log. Like the whole top part seems to have been cut across, smoothed out, so it's kind of like a bench on its own, like nice and flat. Not terribly uncomfortable, not terribly comfortable. And there seems to be a small smoldering fire in a stone hearth. And he makes his way over to a pot above that fire and lifts it up, big iron pot, and starts pouring it with shaky huge hands into one large. It's first 3 small mugs, and then one larger one for himself. As he sets it back on the fire and brings them out towards you. Sugar, milk.
Just water is fine, please.
Please.
What about Walt? Does Walt want a drink?
I give Walt some of my water, straight out of the same cup. We're all friends here.
And you guys sit on like one bench, maybe. He seems to take up most of the other bench, so he kind of like sits down. You hear this creaking, groaning noise, and Walt is relatively nearby, and he looks at Walt and kind of like beckons with one big fat finger towards him as he like leans down, like, here, boy. Towards Walt.
Yeah, Walt goes closer. He's very friendly. He's not scared of anything being so tall, so big.
Walt kind of gets closer and holds a hand out and sniffs. And as he does, as in Tobias holds a hand out and Walt sniffs it, and he like circles the hand around the top of his head and just like does this big pat on Walt's head. Ah, such a lovely boy. Big one, aren't you? Well, as you know, there's a lot's been going on here. His eyes are still all kind of puffy, and
we have heard a little bit of what just happened.
It was so sudden. They
Can you ask why?
I'm not sure.
We took cattle, right? Cattle and chickens.
Cattle, chickens. A few people were killed. I think they took a few bags of grain in the stores. I'm not sure what else. They seemed to just take as much as they could and left. The priest was injured, and the Zelbrins were killed, and the Ridgebucks too. And he seems to
Wow.
start getting into a point where he's goes to begin tearing up again. And he holds up a hand. Sorry, I should be. The people here seem to rely on me. Gods know why. I didn't ask for any of this. I don't want any of it. I just want to help bring in supplies and make sure things go smoothly.
Well, you seem like someone who can help defend this place if anything similar happens again.
No, I couldn't. Couldn't hurt a fly. I just freeze up, and that would be it. Not the fighting type. No. I'm
So
too old for
are you
that anyway.
looking for revenge, or
Revenge?
Niserie asks, completely uncomfortable with this display of emotion that the ogre is showing.
No. Not revenge. What good would that do? That would just get more people killed.
Well,
But
how
you need
big
to,
was the raiding party?
It was a dozen or so. My own people were some of them, it seems. And half ogres too.
Do you know them, or did they just come out randomly?
No. I didn't know any of them. In fact, I don't think they were. It was nothing to do with me. I hid in here once I saw them coming.
What happened to your family? Do you live by yourself?
It's just me. I have no other family here. These people are my family. I couldn't do anything to help them.
Well,
Okay,
sounds like you need help.
Yes.
Do you still have enough supplies, or
They took.
you know?
We still have a few cattle and a few chickens left, but the wheat harvest seems like it should still be okay. It's our first harvest for the wheat, but the bags of grain that we had in the store were all taken. But the main thing is the people. I can't believe. I just puts one big hand up to his mouth, bites on his fist. I don't believe that they're gone. And Thirded, he's been here with me since the start. Helped me set up this place. Him and Garm and Birgitta. I can't believe it. He didn't deserve that. He was a peaceful blacksmith.
You owe it to them. You owe it to them to get back what's yours and teach those bandits a lesson.
No. As I said, I'm not a fighter. I wouldn't even know the right end of a spear. I've never...
You have no fighters in this town? In this village?
We're a peaceful village. People came here for a better life. We didn't want to fight or be at war with anyone, and This is the first time this has ever happened. We've had some people come through and try and shake us down, but we play the part and make ourselves look a bit tough. But that's been okay up until now. But these just stormed in and grabbed and ran.
Niserie will square her
Well,
shoulders
it's
and
bound
be
to
like,
happen again now that they know you're here.
Lawrence is right in the sense where you should settle your grief. However, the town does need you. They do see a leader in you of types. You should be the one that is leading both the organization of your people and the rebuilding of the houses that have been, or buildings that have been torn down, regardless of whether or not there is robbers afoot. You should be pacifying your people and taking care of them. Funerals, of course, to be set aside for a later date, but the people are shaken. They will need you for your leadership. They will look to you for support.
Give me a persuasion check.
Yeah.
You can do it with advantage because you're appealing to his better nature.
18.
Okay, nice. I thought you were dumping charisma. You proficiency in it, do you? Okay.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Because I'm a noble. That's why.
Right. He kind of like once again has like a big fist up to his eye and like rubs it and says, "You're right. You're right. GD, you gotta read the rules on the rerolls. You can't make them reroll. It's a choice to reroll. For this exact reason. So
You can't just screw us over, man.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I will go out there and I'll try and help them, but I can't get back what we had. We lost the people or the foods.
Well, you need to defend your village because, they will surely come back now that they know you have a farm here. You have some cattle and no defenses. You need to prepare for the next attack.
I can't defend. I don't know anything about that, and I certainly couldn't do it myself. As I said, everyone here is peaceful.
Could hire a family of Tabaxi warriors.
Well, I'm the only warrior. I'm the only warrior in my family. I have fought in over 1,000 battles and won each and every one of them, but I cannot handle a dozen raiders with ogres and orcs by myself.
Give you a deception check? For your super
inflated ego?
Yeah.
We found out Lawrence has been in like 3 fights and he's lost all of them.
This is the part where you yell reroll.
Do you reroll?
Oh, yes, I'm gonna use the reroll that GD gave us earlier.
This is where I hope it comes out as a 4. Ooh, a 10.
10.
Not
was
much.
there another reroll? Wait, was there another reroll?
There was only one reroll. No one else has been nice enough to give you rerolls for this so far. Anyone can if they want. Or you can let him suffer with a 10. He looks at you with a bit of confusion in his face. You seem to be putting on a very pompous kind of exterior to this, like overselling yourself, and it's quite obvious.
Wait, there's a reroll redeem.
Oh, GD just give you a reroll. Oh,
21!
Wow.
Damn. So way more different. Okay, so
Thank you,
You
GD.
can see this. Can see the system getting horribly abused, and it was coming off as really pompous and kind of like blustery to begin with, but then it's like part of the curtains just moved to the side. Walt seemed to have been like moving across, just sniffing around the room, and the curtain moved, and this glow of light kind of bathed you down from behind, and it gave you a completely different look, almost like. But I need men, and to do it. And he looks at you and says, "Well, I have one person who could help you. But other than that, I can, if you know people to hire to bring the goods back, we could pay. I'm sure we could come to some sort of arrangement. Birgitta, she's the hunter, the ranger for the village. She could help. She knows the
Birgitta.
woods. Yes, she's in the lodge up across the way by the western woods.
Sure. And I'm certain with, Lauren's amazing prowess with his numerous battles, and Vera and Walt with their steady hand, they'll be great assistants to
I'm sure. Yes. Sorry, go ahead.
quite an assistance to finding the raid party that destroyed your village. She again asked questioningly, not really knowing what to call a community that's smaller than a village, because she's never seen one so small.
It would technically be called a thorp.
A thorp.
Or
Not as
I'm
big as a
sure.
hamlet, and definitely not as big as a village. But we're growing. We like to have good people. Good people.
I'm sure that we can somehow make men out of your villagers with the
And
right
with
training.
trade, of course.
They're families, so they don't. They're not. They
I
never.
saw-
They came here for not to fight.
I saw a couple of strong-looking bugbears out there.
They're woodsmen. They've never killed or hurt anyone. They have a little
They can be
daughter, for
trained.
God's sakes.
They can be trained to fight, I'm sure. And also, how did they get a daughter?
They can adopt Lawrence, be civilized.
She was adopted.
You don't know bugbear biology.
Wait, wouldn't Lawrence know bugbear biology?
With your earlier nature check, I guess you would know enough that yes, it takes a daddy bugbear and a mommy bugbear to make a baby bugbear. They're not like elementals or gnomes who grew out of the trees. According to what you believe for gnomes. That's not necessarily how they work, but that's what you believe.
Oh, you already gave it away, so
Give what away.
Civilized, Lawrence. Civilized.
anyways, I can also like reach out to my mercenary friends if we really need more muscle.
Oh, and he did say that she was adopted, by the way, just there.
She said that?
That
Oh,
was
never
no.
mind.
He Tobias said she's adopted.
Oh, she's adopted. Okay, yeah.
What if they probably won't be nearby for much longer, surely.
Who, the raiders?
Possibly. They came from the north and then they went east. They didn't come back from where they left from.
Oh, interesting. Well, I mean, you can never tell, right? Maybe they're just raiding other villages and then coming back.
You hear this furious knocking on the door behind you. This boom, 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 boom. Tobias, we've got a problem. And the door opens, and you notice the dwarf from earlier coming in. And he looks around in a brief thing of confusion at everyone in here, and then Darius walks up to Tobias. And says, Tobias, we're missing someone. The little boy, the one that the Zeldrins looked after, He's not there. Him and that winged cat beast, they're both gone.
Wing beast.
And the I don't know how to say this. The well, the goblins, they saw him being grabbed with the chickens.
Oh no.
Squat says that they shoved them both in the bag, carried them off. Tobias just sitting there, not saying anything, looking stunned, with like a stunned expression.
Oh, we must hurry. We must hurry. Where is Brigitta? Can she track them down?
Come with me. I'll take you to her. And he opens the door and kind of squeezes out, even though it's a big door. Like he still squeezes out into the sunlight.
Let me just help the good priest with his leg first, and I'll come see you right away.
Okay, you see that the bugbears are like running back towards the village. They're very close. They're like not even a minute away. As Tobias walks out and looks around, and he seems to be like rubbing his face just a bit more, but his expression seems to be more focused than before.
Do you have horses, Tobias, so we can chase after them once we get their scent, figuratively?
He looks down at Darius, and Darius says,
Or shall we ride on cows?
Or do we ride on bugbears?
I'll stick to wall.
Or Tobias, can you carry us? And we can go after them.
I wouldn't do much good in the forest. I don't think we. Dwarf says we don't have any of the horses left. They took them.
All right, we ride Lawrence. Let's go.
We must make haste. Lawrence is not very fast. He only has a walking speed of 30.
Birgitta?
Yeah, we have to find Brigitta first.
What do you... Tell you what, do you want to take a couple minutes of a break just to get drinks and stuff? And
sure.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Cool. And then
it's 9:42.
Yeah.
Didn't realize it's 9:40.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll go get some drinks.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a drink. So, be right back.
BRB?
Thanks for the rerolls, GG. You made Bill not look like an absolute tool.
Thank you so much.
Which would have been more fun.
No, this is good.
I was hoping he'd roll a 1.
Yeah, so was I. Right, be right back.
Oh. Not really, it was just surprised. Ugh.
Right. I have got chocolate now.
Nice.
Ooh.
I'm gonna have to put a picture up for Isabel's character.
Extra chocolate?
No, there's a picture for Isabel's character.
Oh, yes, yes.
Time to get ice cream then.
Ice cream.
Yeah, I'm matcha ice cream.
Ooh.
Oh, nice. Isn't that gonna keep you awake?
Nice. Lucky you.
Hmm. Hmm. Where's Isabel's picture? There it is. Hmm. That'll have to do for now. Isabel, how still do you look? Well, Isabel's disappeared, getting matcha ice cream. Anyone out there on the chat, just to let you know, and Nightbot has been throwing up stuff, that you can influence the game slightly by allowing the players to re-roll a dice roll. If you go into the channel points, you can see that you can spend 500 for a re-roll for right now, or 750 for a re-roll anytime during the session. There's a few more rules. They're in our Discord. If you check out our Discord and go on there, you can see exactly what you can and cannot do with that stuff. But basically, you can only benefit the players from it. You can't force them to re-roll things. You can't force them to re-roll, full stop. If they don't want to re-roll, they don't have to. So it's basically that. And you also cannot re-roll any of my rolls that I make as the DM or as any of the allied NPCs. And just to note, the Corgi counts as Silvertwix's character, not as one of my ones. So you can re-roll for the Corgi.
Yes. Bestow Walt with your blessings.
Indeed, indeed. Same goes for a familiar, I suppose.
Excellent. Excellent.
Okay. So, everyone's back, it seems. Makes it very easy to see who's back when there's only 4 people.
Yep.
All right. So, Lawrence, you're the one at the minute who is trying to do one thing. Are you going to do one thing and everyone else do another thing, or are you all going to watch Lawrence? It seems like the bugbears are back.
Well, probably best to do both at the same time. If Lawrence is going to help the priest with his leg, we might as well find Brigitte and convince her to come on this hunt.
I think that makes sense.
Niserie will look at Vera specifically for this to convince Brigitte, the huntress.
I mean, Lawrence would say you guys can like get out more details about how we can track this the raiders, since and he looks at Vera. You seem to be. This seems to be your kind of thing, especially with Walt. I'm gonna go help the priest, and I'll just follow your sense of smell, or Walt's sense of smell, or something like that, to track them once you have more details.
As everyone is looking at Vera, you notice that both Tobias and also their noise names, Darius, are both also looking at Vera in expectation now.
Vera's just like wandering around, looking around. She's like, yeah, sure. Is Brigitte at the Ranger Lodge?
She is,
which
yes.
is a mile away.
Yep. It's not a full mile. It's so every 8 squares is 1 mile.
Oh, that's perfect then, because if the raiders went east, then you can go talk to Brigitte, and then maybe we can reconvene here and then head east.
She's like,
follow them.
So where you are at the minute, yeah. Oh, it's like where I'm indicating right now, which is about 5 squares or so away. So it's just over half a mile.
Okay, so it's in the opposite direction. It's west.
It is west, yes.
Well, you have Walt.
Yeah.
I suppose I'll stay here and help Lawrence. Since I don't have a mount.
Sure, you don't.
I do not.
Half a mile is like 15 minutes away. It's not too bad. We can walk it.
What's Walt's walking speed?
45, I think.
Oh, dang.
80. 40. It's 40.
He's a little faster than you guys.
Oh, 10 to 15 minutes. All right, she'll walk it. If it were any longer, though.
Did you just get a calculator out there?
Yeah.
Excellent. I'm so glad we're using our calculatrons for these things.
Should be using your head.
And is that original?
And that's probably exactly what Niserie did too. Some sort of like rudimentary abacus to figure out. Okay, it's gonna take me this long.
Abacus, like a minor illusion spell.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a return?
You can't touch minor illusions.
You don't have to touch it, but you can move. You can kind of like create new ones every 6 seconds with different things on it. Really long way of doing it, but it works technically.
Right, fine.
Sorry, is that 15 minutes return then?
It'd take 10 to 15 minutes to get there.
Okay.
One way.
Okay.
Yeah, so probably a 30-minute thing together.
Right. So, Tobias looks at you both and says, "I can carry you if you like." And he kind of like his face kind of goes red, but you did mention it previously, or one of you did. He's looking at you, Niserie.
I think no. Lawrence said that.
Yeah, Lawrence said it, but he's like offering you because Lawrence. Yeah, he's offering to carry you.
Okay. Well, if she'd be so kind, she does this like noble gesture of like putting her hand on her her chest almost in like a ladylike way, and just be like, if you'd be so kind.
Yeah, he kind of gets this like one of these big arm like up behind his neck and like kind of like rubs it, and he's like looking like kind of like down at the ground like, if you wish, it will make haste that much greater. And he like holds out like an arm to you to like up against his chest, and kind of like motions that, and he bends down like motions that you can basically stand up there to get on his shoulder.
Instead of standing on his shoulder, she's gonna sit down.
So he's like, you stand on his arm to get up to his shoulder. He's like kind of like got it across his chest like this, and you like stand up here, and then you can sit on his shoulder.
Got it. So she's going to climb onto his arm and take her perch on his shoulder by sitting down to steady herself.
Right. So he has a walking speed of 40 as well, by the way. But as
That's
there is
10 feet faster than mine.
yeah, and as there is haste to make, he's going to be running pretty fast. So between you
Walt can run.
and Walt, yep, you're both going to run at double the speed to get there. So like dashing the entire way. It's going to be tiring. So because you're running fast and like sets up off at a bit of a leap and a bound, and I need you to make me an acrobatics check. No, sorry, dexterity saving throw. Sorry.
Oh,
5 is a not great number. I'll not lie to you. As
Wait, do I get a reroll or does
no, reroll's
I
gone.
already used it.
It's already been
I
used.
already used it. Sorry.
Reroll.
Anyone want to get a reroll for Isabel?
Hey, no begging for rerolls.
Pleading for rerolls.
Unfortunate.
Please.
If the chat gives you a reroll, then so be it. But under this, you are charging ahead, and you flip right off the back of him as he turns around. And I'm gonna give him a dexterity check to try and catch you, but he's not fast at this stuff. Why come is it coming up right for me and not anyone else? No, it comes up wrong.
I don't think we see.
Oh,
your
yeah,
rolls.
you don't see my rolls. You got a 13. Which is enough to stop you hitting the ground with such force. He kind of like grabs you for a second before you hit the ground and slam down onto your back. You don't take any damage, but you're definitely on your back and a little bit stunned and out of breath.
Winded.
Walton, Vera are kind of like stopped nearby, looking at you possibly. As Tobias is like going, "Oh, I'm so sorry. We should move slower."
Niserie will redden with the embarrassment over that debacle, but she'll push on and she'll be like, "No, we are in haste, and we must think of the people."
You're right. I will try and move smoother. And he motions for you to hop on up again.
And then she'll be like, "Do you have something that I can grab onto, perhaps?"
You can grab onto my ears. I won't feel anything.
Okay. she'll reluctantly do so.
Though, if that's the case, maybe it's best that you're, I bend down a bit and you're like over my neck as opposed to on one shoulder. And he's like not actually got much of a neck. The head is kind of just like joint to his body. But
That
you know,
sounds very awkward.
well, it's kind of like the like the father raising the kid up and the kid is sitting on like both shoulders, right? It's like that kind of thing. Describing it out loud is horrific and very weird, but it's basically that.
That's fine. Niserie has pants. She'll do it.
Okay.
So long as she doesn't get thrown off again.
Yeah. So he is going to charge forward again. I would like you to make another dexterity check, but with advantage this time, because a dexterity saving throw with advantage because you've got hand grips.
Come on, dexterity check.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
11 is better. Let me just see how smooth he is running now.
This is funny because she's an elf. Technically, she should.
He's running pretty smooth actually. However, there is this point where you lose your grip on both ears and go swinging wild, but he like grabs you around the back of the head, and it just you get this crick in your neck, and it's a bit ow, but you grab onto his ears again, and then he kind of, because you grab on so tight at that point with the cracking your neck. No, he's like, I was wrong.
Twisted a little bit, be like.
Just a little bit. Vera, you and Walt are galloping with not much problem. I believe as you're watching this happen.
We're just so far ahead. I look at Walt and I say, looks like they're having fun together.
Yeah, there's a bit of yelling back there going,
This is why I need my steed.
Yeah, I give you a chance to summon it, but no.
I don't have it. It's a higher level spell. I can't afford it.
Isn't it second level?
I think it's third.
No, it's second level.
Only have third level.
You've also got third level spell slots.
But I couldn't afford it, remember? We had this conversation.
Oh, because you didn't. You had to buy it. 'cause
right.
you didn't
Yeah.
get it ready.
You could have just learned it though.
It's third level.
But you could have
Yeah,
just
you could have
learned
learned it. Yeah.
as your spells that you got level 5. But no, you probably picked Fireball.
I didn't. Wait, what? I think that's a conversation for later. Maybe I misinterpreted what you had said earlier because
You learn wizard spells as usual, and then you get the additional benefit of learning more.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
Okay, that's
entirely
completely
what I was.
different.
It's entirely what I said. Did you not learn third level spells outside of the 200 gold?
No, not at all.
You get. That's why I said you get 2 spells per level.
Yeah.
You start with 6, then you get 2 per level, and then in addition to that, you have 200 gold to learn any more that you want from first or second.
I see. I thought you meant the 6 spells I had to learn with the 200.
No, of course
Oh,
not.
No.
That's
Oh my
it.
God.
I was like, this is so limited.
No, how did you not complain harder about that? That's like way outside of the rules. No, you get your standard 12 spells at level 5,
I
and
thought
then
it was the same.
every
What?
time you level
Really?
up.
No,
So you start with 6 as a wizard at level 1.
Yeah.
Every time you level up, you learn 2 more. In
Right.
addition, as a wizard, you can learn additional spells at a cost of gold. If you have a
see.
spell book or a scroll that you can learn of, though if it's a scroll, you gotta do a check for it, and if you fail, then the scroll burns up unused. But with spell books, you just learn. But it will cost you the gold for the writing material. So you have 12 spells plus whatever else you buy that are first and second level only.
Yeah.
From the bought ones, okay?
Yeah.
From the library.
Got it.
That's why I was restricting it that much, because it gives you the ability to buy new ones where it's harder to get spells as a wizard. Like new ones.
Miscommunication.
Yeah, I thought I
Got it.
explained it like 5 times.
I
think-
don't
I think
think
you
it went
explained it
through
well.
very well. I just heard the 6 and I had to buy, and I was like, okay, I will buy these 6 spells with damn gold.
Right, feel free
No, I
to
think you
update your
explained it well.
feel free to update your spell list this week, and then you can change it again by next week. So just give yourself the spells you need. You can only prepare as many spells as your wizard level plus your intelligence modifier. So that's how many you can prepare. So fix it up now while we're going through this, so you can use it if you're using it tonight, and then you can fix it by next week again. And again, if anyone needs to fix up stuff in their characters before next week, that's fine. I give a couple of weeks of 2 or 3 weeks of leeway for if you're like, oh, I'm not too happy with this. You guys can talk to me and you can change stuff around for whatever's needed. Anyway, you arrive at this little hut. There seems to be a rack outside with tanned leathers, kind of like strapped across it, stretched out, drying in the sun. You arrive this area, you and Tobias, a little bit after Vera and Walt. There's less stopping and getting kind of like stuck, and you do that whole thing. You're like, you pull one hard on one ear, and he kind of like veers to the right a little bit as you do so, and it just like pulls him off balance a little bit as he's like yelling in pain. He's like rubbing his ears. That was very uncomfortable. And he walks up to the hut and like raps with the back of like one of his fingers. Birgitta, we need your help. And she opens up the door and comes out, and she is a half orc female. Comes out. She's very tall, taller than you guys, taller than Niserie, and taller than Lawrence. Obviously not as tall as Tobias. but she's taller than the rest of you. Has two big kind of like fangs. Actually, I've got I've got a picture of her.
Someone wants you to show your webcam.
Tavi has destroyed it. I'll think about it next time.
Is the we want to see the webcam, Bill?
Huh? No, it's Cherry.
Cherry saw her there. Here we go. Can I show this thing itself? It's not showing, is it? Nope. What's the way to show this? Oh, you know what? What I'll do is I'll drag it onto the screen. Do that.
Ooh. Wow.
So that's
She's
Brigitte.
cool.
Oh,
So-
look at those muscles.
Yeah, she's a well-muscled half-orc ranger.
Yeah.
So she strides out, looks around at everyone, and so what's the problem, Tobias? There's been a raid, Birgitte. A raid? What do you mean? Did no one come up here to tell you? No. She walks out, pushing past all of you, and looks down, kind of like this small incline towards the village. Like has one hand up to kind of like shield from the sun, and looks out. Oh my, Tobias, what happened? Ogres, orcs, some half ogres. I think they took they took some of the animals, some of the grain, and they killed a few people. And she looks kind of like flat expression, and she asks him to kind of go in deeper and explain it more detail, and spend a few minutes there just like hearing the what you've heard, what you've learned so far. Pretty much explain back to Birgitte. Okay, I'll take them out into the forest. I'll get the child back. Whatever else we can do, we'll do, but he's the priority right now. I'm not drowning at all. And sorry. Right. We're good. Tobias agrees. Anyway. In the meantime, Lawrence, you are down by the priest at a minute, and the bugbears have brought you back the planks of wood. They said they had to cut it a little bit to get it to work, but they strap, they give you it, and you've got your rope. And the priest, Tomlin, okay, I'll guide you here. Just put the root. It's like a sandwich, but you use my leg as the filling, and the planks as bread. But first, you gotta kind of pull the leg back into the right position.
All right, do you want me to count when I straighten your bones?
I haven't explained how to do that yet.
I've seen it done before.
Seen it done, or done it.
Seen it done.
Let him guide you.
But yes, guide me. Okay, yeah, you just want to straighten your bones, right?
Yeah, he explains a little bit of like how to properly do it so you don't rip the bone out through his skin, and you don't twist it in like a particularly wrong direction to snap anything more, especially the already broken parts. And gives you zero. Give me a medicine check, and he will also bless you with guidance from his god. So you can roll a d4 onto that. It's like, I will endure.
14.
14. Okay. It's like, you can count. Yes.
All right, on the count of 3.
Okay.
1.
They kind of grits his
2.
teeth.
I just.
He's gone.
Straight into it.
Okay.
That looks kind of right, I think.
Probably. And he fits.
Oh no. This looks right?
And like, you look at his daughter and it's like, I don't know. It looks right. It's straight. Just I wrap it up. Do this.
Wrap it up. Okay. Yes.
The
yes.
sandwich thing. The sandwich thing.
Perfect. Okay. So I guess he does it. He puts the 2 planks side on either side, and then just wraps it with the rope.
You got it in the bottom part of the leg and the top part. Stop him from being able to bend that.
Oh, top and bottom? Okay, yeah, sure. Yep, top and bottom sandwich. Yep. Right, and he does that, tightens the rope, make sure it's secure. How does that look?
Give me a sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand. 19.
Wow, that's good.
Perfect.
It looks good. It looks good. I think.
Do you want me to carry him somewhere? Like, do you have a place where you can rest, or just leave him here?
Yeah, we could maybe bring him inside. This is our house. But we should be careful. Just.
Of course. Well, I'll try to handle him gently. Can one of you help me, please? What are their names? We didn't get the bugbears' names, did we?
Olaf and
Oh yes, Olaf.
Olaf and Reynold.
How come it disappeared from the notes? I put in the notes. Yes, Olaf. Can you please help me?
Oh, of course. And kind of like grabs underneath one arm, and Reynold comes behind and kind of takes the bottom half of him without allowing any kind of like weight on the broken leg. And you like carry him in, like the 3 of you, into the house, while Marie make sure things are moved out of the way, like gives you a clear path, and then like lays him down on the bed, which is it's just basically a straw mattress on the floor, in a single room. You see, it's a quite a sparse house. There's another room with another straw mattress in there, and there's very simple kitchen things and a rug on the floor of the main living area, and that's about it. It's not poor so much as simple.
Okay. Well, I have to wait for my companions to get back from talking to Brigida. But in the meantime, is there anything you need help with?
No. I'll look after him. This is fine. The 2 bugbears like, we got this place. Don't worry.
Right, great. Can you tell me more about what you have in this village? I heard your blacksmith perished in the attack.
Oh yes, that was. Thurnid was a great guy. Him and Garm, Garm did the mining, and Thurnid, he did the smithing. Now we got every town needs a smith. don't know what we're gonna do now with that. It's like how are we
Well,
gonna repair any of the things that break down?
well, my father and my brother are actually blacksmiths, so they might be able to help with that.
They're the ones who came with you.
Yes, yes.
Oh.
I think they're out looking around the village at the moment. But I'm sure they're not far away.
Well, the smithy's a little bit damaged. It seems well, it seems one of the big ogres took a trip against the wall and crumbled the side of it where the forge is. It needs a bit of fixing up before it can be used. The forge and all seems to be okay, but the building itself needs a bit of repairs. And of course,
Is there like a different skill for that? For like building stuff? Is that more like a thing for, say, the bugbears, or
sorry, are you talking to as in like meta
to the
kind of
DM?
stuff? Yeah.
Yeah.
Generally, like, for the blacksmith, it seems to be half stone, half wood. That building, whereas the rest are all wood. If you're doing like stonework stuff, there'd be like stonemasons tools and things to make sure that it can all stand upright, all structurally, so it works properly. So that would be a mason's kind of proficiency based thing.
Oh, okay.
Useful to have a.
Well,
Yeah, the
I guess,
bugbears seem to be we call like woodsmen kind of people, lumberjacks, stuff like that.
right. Okay. So
Maybe
okay, so
they have
I
other skills. Maybe they have carpentry. You do see there's a whole bunch of houses here, but
guess yeah. Okay. So talking to Mary, he'll Lawrence will be like, okay. So I guess you have some builders in this village. I hope they're still here. So they can at least help you repair and rebuild.
give me an insight check.
Oh, okay. 5.
Yeah, the builders and all here. Like, at the very least, like someone's been building up this place, with carpentry for the most part. There's been someone's done some stonework, but you would have to find out who did what.
Oh no, he was asking Mary, like,
Oh, he's asking Mary. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. The Olaf and Reynold here have been doing a lot of the work for helping with the wood buildings, but unfortunately, Thurnid was the one who did the stonework. Garm, I think, knows a little bit about it. He might be able to. I think he's probably learned. He was helping do the building, but Thurnid was the one who had the know-how.
I see. Okay, well, as long as you have someone to help you rebuild, my father and my brother can help with any sort of metal work that you might need.
Hey, okay. I don't know what that has to do with me.
Well, I mean, like you as in the village.
Oh, are you not staying?
Well, we were planning to. We're on the run from hunters, as it were, and we heard that this place was safe for people like us. It seems you have your own troubles.
It was. This is
No,
nothing like this has happened before.
Yes, but yeah, it does seem you're in a bit of a trouble right now. So, we'll do what we can to help and see how we go from there.
Thank you. Well, I don't know what else I can do. I'm gonna look after my father now. So,
Yes, certainly.
thank you for everything you've done.
No problem. And okay, Lawrence just goes outside to wait for his companions.
As you walk outside, you come face to face with two goblins holding chickens. They stop. Look at you. One of the chickens.
Oh, they're back. They're grabbing more chickens. They're back.
The chickens go, and the gob's like, ah, ah, ah! What's the cat person doing here? And
what are you doing here? Why are you come here to? Are you back here to steal more chickens?
We ain't stealing no chickens. These are our chickens. Says the what looks like a female one. She's right. These are our chickens. Our chickens. And with all the yelling, the bugbears and Mary come out. Like, what's going on? Like, he says we're stealing our chickens. We can't steal our chickens. These are our chickens.
Are they from your village as well?
Yes, of course. That they own the chicken coop. It's Squat and Crumpet.
Oh, I apologize. I just thought the raiders were back to get more.
Racist.
The male one tries to hold the two chickens in one arm and holds out this dangly little thin hand towards you like this. And goes, damn Squat!
Squat. Okay, well, I guess I kind of like awkwardly kind of like reach down to shake
his dirty little hand is covered in chicken feathers.
Wait,
stuck to them.
Chicken feathers?
That's
not too bad.
Well, some chicken feathers like stuck to the hand, just like, and you pull away, and like one of the feathers is stuck in your fur.
I'll just kind of like do that.
It's my friend Crumpet. Hi, my name's Crumpet, and she holds out a hand. Again, doing the same thing, like holding the chickens like this.
Oh, okay.
She's using her left hand this time, if that helps.
Oh, nice to meet you.
A couple more feathers get stuck on your other paw. We're going back to protect the chickens.
Yes, you do that.
Are you
to fight those bandits when they come back?
You're not the kind of person who'll come in and take our chickens like the last people who came in, right?
Nope. We are not bandits. We are.
Because you're really
an honest occupation.
You got armor and you've got a lot of weapons, and it looks like you're bandits.
Well, I'm not. Mary here can attest to that. I just helped her father straighten his broken leg.
You broke his leg?
No. Listen to what I'm saying. I helped her father straighten his broken leg.
What? Why did he bend it to begin with?
I don't know. It was bent when we arrived.
Well, it's good you were here. I would have if he got it back to straight again.
I don't know, to be honest. The timing for us getting here was just perfect.
You see his eyes go really thin, suspiciously so.
Think what you will. As you can see, I am not trying to steal any chickens here. I have my family with me. We were actually planning to stay in this town, to run away from some hunters, but it seems you have some troubles of your own.
What's your name, friend who does not steal chicken but straightens people's legs?
You can call me Lawrence. Lawrence the Clawed. And he just shows them his sharp claws.
They name you after a patch of dirt?
Patch of dirt? What do you mean?
Yeah, like Lawrence the Clod of Dirt.
No. Claws for my claws.
Not like a clod of dirt? Because they're cool to throw.
No. Well.
And Crumpet then says,
they are
I really like throwing clods of dirt. That's pretty fun.
I can throw them at each other, but please don't throw them at us. It's not very nice.
We'll see about that, Lawrence the Dirt. We'll see.
I like to keep myself clean, and Lawrence kind of just licks his arm.
Oh, that's disgusting. But you do you. I wouldn't lick you, that's for sure. Come on, Crumpet, we gotta get back. The chickens need fed. Yes. Come on, Squat. Come on, Crumpet. You see them like fighting their way back towards a smaller kind of house with like a fenced off area. So,
Cool.
I love that goblin pair.
So you guys were making your way back after getting Brigida. Is there anything else that you want to do out in that direction?
I don't think so. So they went east into the forest.
They did, yes.
Can I have Walt sniff around to see if maybe the orcs were in this area as well?
Yeah, sure. Give me a survival check, or perception check with Walt.
Perception for Walt. Walt. Walt is rolling more than I do.
What'd you get?
16.
Ooh. Okay. So, you do notice with Walt, he kind of like stops by certain areas or big patches of like larger kind of like stomped down areas and things have like being trod into the ground and stuff. And he traces back to a number of areas by the edge of the river. You also know that they did in fact come north in like one general area, like come into the town and they spread out. While then leaving just anywhere randomly across the river.
I see. I guess we head back then.
You were just
To
staying on
pick
this
up
side of the river, right?
Lawrence. Oh, I thought we were coming from the west.
You're coming from the...
Yeah.
You're on the west of the river. They went east across the river.
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry, I meant coming from the hut on the the lodge on the west.
Oh, sorry. You mean all the way out there. Sorry. Okay. Apologies. No. Walt does not find anything out there. As you get closer to the village, you'll notice areas where they have kind of like swooped down from the north, coming into the village, but they didn't go west. Or they didn't come west
Okay.
either.
I see.
Did GG just get another reroll for now? Or is that my feed
is that
messed up?
for? Is that for Silvertwix? No, I don't see it.
I don't see anything.
Oh yeah, okay. I don't know. It's I was clicking that activity feed and chat and it's like messing up. Anyway. Also, I haven't heard any of the sound alerts coming up on my side, so I don't know what's going on. Oh, I haven't
Weird.
turned on the sound alerts. Oh, that sucks because I've got good alerts for it. Oh, that's sad. Anyway. I'm gonna need to fix that for next time. That sucks because I put effort into that stuff. Okay, so yeah, you guys kind of all meet up again back in the village, unless there's anything you want to do in between times other than the looking around for more evidence of anything else.
I guess like if Lawrence is waiting a while for Vera and Niserie, then he would kind of like look for his family and see how they're getting on with the place and how they like it and stuff. Apart from the recent events.
Yeah, so your family have like been making rounds, and, like basically your mother is like it's very sad what's happening, and she's found there's a kid being taken, and another child was killed with his whole family. Seems to be it was a hobgoblin family, very strange, but they seemed happy here. There's an elderly couple as well. And they were the ones who looked after the child that was taken. It seems that the family that were all killed were like a family of potters, making pots and clay and stuff like that. The elderly seem to just be helping around town. They met a little small creature. They're not sure what it is, but it makes shoes.
Cool. And how do they like? Do they like the area? I guess as a prospect.
Your brothers
Cool.
seem to like it. They think it's interesting. Like, they're a little excited to see what be going on out here. Your father thinks you could help people here. You know, it's really sad that there's no other the other blacksmith just died, but he doesn't want to be feeling like he's stepping into someone's shoes immediately after they left. Not, this morning.
Hmm.
So he wants to
mean,
be careful on that and not, start immediately or anything like that, but he wants to be able to help out.
Makes sense. Cool. That's me.
Okay. Right, so you guys all get back. You're all together now in the village. Tobias is back as well. He seems to be very, very tired from the running, and his ears seem to be excessively red.
Indeed.
You seem a little bit tired as well. With all the kind of effort behind holding on.
Can't save.
I'm
just kidding.
Yeah, I'm not.
No worries. I'll
You know what,
summon my phantom seat the next one.
Give me a con save, because it was about half an hour of hard riding on an animal, a person that's not supposed to be ridden. So, yes. Give me a con save in this area.
7.
Nice.
7 is not great. Not great at all. You
Nope.
find yourself like winded. You were throwing off those times. Like, you've got your arms, like you got that kind of like down your wrist where the tendons are just like so strained from like gripping too tight. You've been like carrying something very awkwardly for a long period of time. You will be at disadvantage until you get a short rest for anything
Well,
to do
friends,
with.
it looks like I will be out of commission and unable to assist. Please go on your journey, and may the gods be with you.
Anything that involves any kind of strenuous moving for long distances until you get a short rest. So it's not a level of exhaustion, but it's what's good? You get level of exhaustion. It makes it simple. It's just basically the same thing, except for it's a long rest. It's only disadvantage on skill checks, so you'll be fine.
Niserie would like to disagree and would like to
Do you not care about saving this child?
I am definitely
so
winded, my friend. I am unable to assist. It is, beyond my hands.
Bit of grumpiness in there and everything, so yeah, you've definitely got a bit of exhaustion, I say.
I thought better of you, Niserie.
In fact, I'm pretty sure I'd be more of an assistance in this village non-village with my unseen servant.
Your unseen servant can't carry anything, really. You know that, right?
I know. She's being a little.
Yeah, she's just tired and grumpy from being thrown off the saddle a few times. But you got there fast. That was the main point. So, we'll see if it's worth it.
Well, we must make haste and look for this child.
Yeah, because it's been probably 20 minutes total after you've had to talk with Birgitta and everything up there. So you are maybe an hour, almost 2 hours from when the first attack came, depending how long it was or how accurate the timing and everything is being told to you by Darius. So yeah, they crossed the river, and that's about it from here.
Well, I mean, Brigida and Walt, I guess. Like, can you find any traces of them?
We'll have to cross over.
I guess that makes sense. Wait, are you suggesting that we end it here, or
No, I'm saying we have to cross the river.
Oh, okay, yeah. Right, I just feel like there was a long pause there. Well, okay, let's cross over then. Is there like a bridge or anything? I don't see a bridge on the map.
There's not a bridge. Isabel, what are you saying? Or was it
Silvertwix.
Vera?
Oh, yes. So, how deep is the river?
It seems to be about 100 feet wide. It's hard to tell how deep it is in the middle, but it's definitely a few feet deep by the edge.
Ooh.
You know, you can stick like your unstrung longbow and everything down there, and like or your short bow or whatever, and you'll like it is a few feet down. It'd be fairly difficult to cross. And
Well,
it's
is there
How
how
far
do
can my Phantom Sea jump?
you can definitely not
Not
jump
100
100 feet. You can. So the way jumping works is it depends on your strength modifier, and you can jump up to as far as your movement speed allows you to. So if you've got 30 feet movement, you can jump that far. If you dash, you can jump 60 feet. But you can only jump as far as your strength modifier, unless you've got other things to add on to that. So if your strength modifier is 10, you jump 10 feet.
you mean your strength?
Sorry,
It
strength
has
ability.
a
That's
speed
what
of
it is.
100 feet. It says nothing about strength.
Okay.
Let's just
It cannot.
dash.
It does not have 100 strength. I will guarantee you that.
I mean, I can just walk across, but wait, can I walk across, or is it super fast?
With
Like
your
the
ring?
water flowing super fast?
No, you
Yeah,
can
with
walk
the
across.
ring.
You can walk across it. It's not flowing super fast. The currents are more
But-
underwater. That
Is
would pull you.
Is there another way to get across for the rest of you guys though? I guess he would ask Brigitta.
Well, usually I take the smaller areas up top and go around.
How did they cross the river,
They're bigger.
Oh.
including the orcs?
I wasn't here to see.
I see.
How
Okay.
high would it come up?
Depends how deep you're going to go in, but at the edge, it's about 3 feet deep. It is 100 feet wide, so it could get deeper. Or it might not. Might be 3 feet the whole way. Might be more shallow in the middle. Who knows? It's probably not, though. Rivers don't do that. But
Maybe we should just follow Brigitta to see where she would normally cross the bridge.
yeah, there's no bridge, but
Oh, sorry, cross the river. Yeah.
yeah. Usually I make my way up around if I have to go across. I don't cross here.
Well, time is of the essence.
We could try and swim across. It would be dangerous though, but it would save us some time if we could get there. Though, if you've ever had to swim against the current like that, you could, in order to not end the whole way downstream, not mention the danger of rocks and things.
Well, I can, maybe if we want to go across, I can tie a rope. We can tie ropes around our waist so that we're all together, and I can kind of help pull you along as I walk across.
What do you mean walk across?
And then he walks on the river just to demonstrate.
It's very cold against your paws and wet.
It's cold, but
yeah.
wait, he would not be barefoot, right?
Yeah, but it gets
you have
into your
that
shoes.
thing that doesn't allow you to hit water?
He has
Isn't that your magical item?
He's got a magical item.
Yeah, it's my magical item. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I guess I'm saying is I can basically anchor and kind of help pull you along, so that there's assist you in going across. I guess if we want to go there quickly, which I think we do because I don't know. I think we do, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna save this kid. And it looks like the long way around is quite a long way around.
Yeah, so you have a ring of water walking, so you'd be able to walk right across the river, no?
Yeah,
that's
but I
what saying.
can't like. I'm not gonna chase like a whole party of bandits by myself.
No, as in like you become the anchor on the other side, pull the rope taut, and then we'll.
So you're
I don't think you can pull a rope taut across 100 feet.
well. The rope's only 50
So-
feet.
And the rope's only 50 feet, yeah.
Well, what if we string multiple ropes?
2
together?
ropes.
So
And then have like the Tobias anchor one side and you anchor the other side.
I mean, I don't think we need to because I can help. Like I said, while you're in the water, I can walk on the water and kind of like help pull you along as well.
the only thing with flowing water is it's like it feels like a treadmill under your feet. Is the best way to describe it. For flowing water. So you can still walk on it, right? It's like a treadmill as opposed to water.
Yeah. I mean, we need to get across. So what I'm suggesting is like we, kind of tie ourselves together around the waist, and then just kind of like you guys can swim across, and I'll kind of like try to help pull you along while you're swimming.
Right.
Unless you have a better idea. You're the smart one here.
You see nearby a man by the water. A shiny man.
Shiny man.
Shiny man.
Oh.
He's about
Go on.
100
That's
feet
suspicious.
away upriver.
Okay. Niserie will go towards this shiny man.
As you approach, he looks like a large fish person. Not exactly fish person as such. You can give me a nature check. Or a history check, actually. One of those two.
Oh.
Because you're a noble, you could do it as a history check if you want.
I like history checks. Fuck. 11.
You're not sure what kind of person he is. Seems to be a male. Covered in fish scales. And he looks up as you're approaching. Looking to
That's a
cross the
reroll.
river. Oh, GD redeems a reroll if you wish.
Oh, yes. I would like to use that reroll.
GD with all the rerolls tonight.
Oh,
19!
Oh, nice. So this, it takes a few moments, and he comes up to you and says, it seems like you're looking to cross the river. And it pings in your head with a noble accent and everything. Oh, wait a minute, this seems... You read about these before in one of your books. It's the voice kind of like clicks in your head and goes back to various older people from various areas. And there's one by the sea, and there are people called Tritons.
Oh.
So this seems to be a Triton, and he's got these silver scales in his whole body. He seems to be rather muscular, and he's looking kind of quizzically. He's got I like to imagine him as the fish people in Zelda more than anything else. Like,
Yes.
whatever.
Yes!
D&D, I don't care what you look like, but the Tritons in Zelda are the way forward. Because they're just, yeah, like the D&D ones are cool and all, but they're no Zora. So he can I help you?
Hello there. I am Niserie Satonn, and we are looking to cross the river in hopes of saving a little boy. Would you be able to assist us?
He gives you a elegant bow, and comes up and says, "Gregarious Silverscale," and holds out a hand. like palm down towards you, and
okay. She takes it.
the
She's
gesture
like,
of
here
you
you go.
put your hand out, and then he kisses your fingers. Oh, pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure's all mine.
Your fingers will smell a little fishy, but that's okay. You can ignore that.
So he said his name is Gregarious the Triton.
Gregarious Silvertwix. Yes, he is a triton.
Would I
yes,
know
that-
anything of the Silver Scale family? Just because he does seem to have a lot of etiquette to him as well.
Yeah, you do not know of a Silvertwix family, and you read about a little bit about various nobility, but Triton nobility is more like small clans as opposed to like royalty or anything like that. You don't know of any family named Silverscale.
So she'll continue saying, it's a pleasure meeting someone as cultured out here in the wilderness. We have come across this. What did they call it? It was like smaller than a hamlet.
Thorpe.
Thorpe. How
Yep.
do you spell
Ian
that?
Thorpe.
Thorp.
H-O-R-P. Interesting. We came across this Thorpe, and it looks like these individuals are in great need of assistance. They've been unfortunately raided, and one of their youngins have been kidnapped.
Yes,
Would you be able to assist us in crossing the river?
I am.
It would be a great help.
I am very much aware of this fact. I was upstream doing some fishing during the attack. Unfortunately, I was not here to help. Not that I would have been much use in fending off attackers. As strong and highly trained as I may be, I'm not much of a fighter. I can help you cross the river, certainly. If you wish to grab onto my waist as I dive in, we shall make haste swiftly. As the current goes, I shall be your guide.
Excellent.
Do you want to be tied together in case, you know?
Yes.
No, we have no time for that. Come hither. Quickly, put your arms around my waist.
We have less time for, you know, for Niserie to slip, you know, with her grip and get carried down the river.
I would advise you to put your cheek against the small of my back. That way you can have the maximum amount of leverage of your arms around my middle.
Can she quickly do a minor conjuration
Of course.
of a rope that would like quickly slither around all of them and tie it
Is that
to his back to help secure?
is that under your conjuration wizard thing?
Yeah.
So, it's an action just to do that, yeah?
Yeah. So I've included over into Roll20. So
No.
under my School of Magic, I can conjure up an inanimate object in my hand or around the ground.
It says no more than 3 feet on a side.
And
So
on this.
I mean, you can just use the rope as well. But Lawrence will politely decline and say that he will just walk across by himself instead of being, you know, pulled under the water to cross the river.
yeah, as you start walking across the river, he goes, "Oh, by golly, that is not something you see every day. Magnificent."
To the tabaxi?
Yeah, as he's walking across the water.
Well, I am one of a kind.
Who would have ever thought that they could see a tabaxi on the water? That's like if I, a wondrous Triton as myself, were to climb a tree. Absolutely insane.
I can teach you how if you want.
No, please not. No. Certainly not.
I'm
just-
sure
you just
there's
take out
more
your
time for
claws.
pleasantries afterwards. Time
Yes,
is of the
let us-
essence. Let us
make haste. Yes.
let Gregarious and his strong physique guide
Please,
us through this
I-
river.
Yes, did you say strong physique? You see his manly. If he had nipples, they would do that little bouncing thing. Like just by
Well, of mine?
Oh yes, please. What have you got?
Let me see. I think I have a dagger. You know what? I'll give him a light crossbow.
What are you carrying, by the way? I need to know this.
I have a crossbow.
Like, are you a
I
walking
have-
armory here? Because I need to know
No,
what this
no,
looks
no,
like.
I just have a crossbow, a dagger, and a yikalwa.
A what?
What?
Yikalwa?
Spell that for me, please.
YKLWA. In addition to my rapier and shield, which is my main weapon.
Right. So what are you counting that as for a weapon? Is it a spear or what?
It's
It looks
it's
like
a simple
it looks
weapon.
like a pole arm.
it's a 3-foot wooden staff. It's definitely not a pole arm.
It looks like a small pole arm.
It is. It's actually in D&D Beyond.
It is in D&D Beyond, yeah.
It's a thrown range weapon with a 10-foot throw. 1d8 piercing damage. And you can do it as melee as well, I guess, but it's basically a small spear that can't be thrown as far as a spear.
Alright, I give him the spear. I give him the yikalwa.
Ooh. I like this.
Please be careful with it. It's
What's your main
one
weapon
of my precious
for you?
the rapier.
Oh, rapier, okay. I will take good care of this. I've used such things for spearfishing before.
I figured as much. So
Starts doing what seems to be some sort of martial meditative like dance with the spear. And he seems to actually know what he's doing with it.
Hmm.
oh, perfect! I picked the right weapon to give him. Let's get going.
All fish shall fear me, as I am the fish lord.
Yes.
All right.
Fabulous. Fabulous.
Let's go, Fish Lord.
All right. I think we will call it there for this evening. Before we go into the forest, it is 11 o'clock. I think that's our cutoff kind of time. So we'll start with you guys actually entering into the forest on this rescue mission.
Oh, wait, is Vera familiar with these parts? This part of the forest? I mean, this is close to the village, so this might be close to where Vera drops off. Lost travelers.
Yeah, so we'll get into that next week for it.
Okay, we'll get into it next week. Right, sure.
Yeah, I've got some things for that as well. So, yep. But yeah, Vera has been around this area, but not horrendously familiar with it because it's more near the edge. But it's like, been here once or twice kind of thing, and it's a big forest.
Cool.
But I do have some things for Vera that only Vera may know. Okay, so yeah, that's our first session. Got some good rerolls there. Saved your lives a little bit and things.
Saved my life.
Saved the doctor's life a little bit in some ways as well. Or the priest's life a little bit. Okay, so one of the things that we were discussing we were saying earlier on that there would be additional in-between weekly events that we would do would be for, now that we've had it kind of introduced, the people in the village. What we're going to do is, this is for the chat and for people in our Discord or followers or whatever, people in the village will be a little bit, they'll have a bit of pressure given to them in a particular direction based on what you do on Billsalive and Isabel's streams. So we're going to have channel point redeems on each of their streams each week with, say, like 1,000 points for each one. And by the next session, whatever points that have been redeemed into that particular category will be used for helping spur the villagers into a particular action, into a particular focus. And this can be determined via things that Isabel or Silvertwix or Billsalive all kind of have ideas for what could be done to improve it. And things have already been discussed in the session today about what could be done to make things better, like having people to defend and stuff like that. And so it's to give the, you put channel points in during other streams on Isabel and Bill's streams, and then we'll see where that gets to for the next session. By the time these guys come back from the forest, maybe they'll have started something into motion based on that those decisions and those things put forward. So we're gonna put some rules up in the Discord channel. We've got a new section in there for the Almost Stormy campaign here. You'll see that there's a community chat and there's weekly events and how the campaign works. So we're going to put some information in there for all that stuff. And whenever Bill and Isabel stream during the next week, you'll see that they should have those channel point redeems there. And you can choose to put stuff in or not. And each of them will have a different redeem that you can do depending on what they want. And do you guys have any ideas on what you would like the village to focus on from either your character's point of view or your personal point of view for what would be a good thing to have them focus on to help themselves?
I mean, they need to build some walls or fences to start with.
They need to start their trade routes and bring in money into the town.
Okay, so I think the first ones then are Billsalive is will have a request for static defenses, walls and stuff, and Isabel will be having her redeem as the starting of an actual trade route between locations. Of course, she hasn't actually asked anything about trade yet, but
well, because I figured that they said that they have food down,
Mhm.
right? In terms of the village-wise,
Mhm.
they have chickens, they have grain going on, meaning that they have some sort of method to feed themselves.
Yep.
Next would be realistically bringing money and people into the village. So that would make most sense with a trade route.
okay.
Is
So-
this from your Littlewood experience, or?
No, this is from my my civilization Civ 6 experience.
GD says that they need a strip club or some other entertainment, which will bring people. It's not a wrong decision, but trade rate's also good. Okay, so what we'll do is on the channel points for this week, we'll have. What do you reckon? If we say, if you guys, whoever gathers up 20,000 channel points, but whoever gets our first, that's what the villagers focus on.
Ooh, 20,000 channel points.
Across
Right.
1 week, people can redeem 1,000 at a time. Basically, whoever has, if it's either whoever gets to 20,000 or whoever has the most, whichever one comes first is what the villagers focus on. If you both get above 20, then they'll do both, but they'll focus on the other one. How does that sound?
I don't think it's really possible for 20k in a week, but sure.
GD already give 2,000 just to my stream.
But that was like
And
from before.
No, I know, but that's like I've got 10,000 on your one right now.
GD
Isabel.
wants to show Isabel face redeem.
I see. Well, if you donate to my cause for a trade route, I will have webcam up for a face stream.
I'm gonna say 20,000. We'll see how it goes this week because I know people have got banks of it. I don't know how much they have. As I said, I've got like 11,000 on your stream, Isabel. But the rules are that none of us can donate to each other's streams for this particular channel redeem. Silvertwix, do you have any ideas for one that you would like?
Silvertwix?
I feel like the village is very spread out, and that makes it difficult to protect them. Maybe it's time to start raising some night patrols.
So
Some
like a
people
a
to-
night watch kind of thing.
Yeah, neighborhood watch.
A Thorpe watch. It's like a time watch, but for
Yes.
Thorpses. Okay.
We're gonna turn this Thorpe into a village.
Oh no, GD wants a strip club.
Would it be worth you guys having an individual one each, but then both having the Thorpe watch as well? So you'd have two. Or is that too much?
I think maybe put a Thorpe watch for yours, Emenar.
Oh, that's a good idea, actually. I'll do Silvertwix's one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yes, yes.
It's a really good idea. This is why we have the smart people in this group.
I mean, I am
Why he's the
a
wizard.
level 5 wizard with 18 plus 4 intelligence.
All right. Okay, so as a summary, on Billsalive, we will have a. You want static defenses, Bill?
Yeah, some battlements,
Well,
lookouts.
battlements is
Yeah.
a bit hard, but yes, you can have a watchtower and walls would be a focus. Like as in
Cool.
there'd be palisade walls, so there'd be wooden walls. You could have wooden watchtowers on like multiple ends. So that would be a starting point for fortifications around the town. If you from there you could go full Mott and Bailey after that. Build up into basically a fortress. So static defenses, wall and watchtowers. Palisade wall and watchtowers. And we'll put this in the Discord as well. Isabel's stream, you can redeem for trade routes to local towns. So the local towns in this case would be. I'll just bring us back to because I haven't moved the map the entire session. I need more handouts and stuff actually. But the local towns here would be Belliard. And
It's not showing on the stream, by the way.
Oh right, because I have to swap it. Oh, that's gonna be awkward. Right. I think we're gonna have problems on showing the thing with only 2 screens. So Belliard and Womford, and you'll see that probably doesn't highlight for anything. They would be the local towns where we'd have trade routes, and you spread out from there, similar to Civilization. 6.
What does Womford and Belliard specialize in?
Give me a history check.
History.
Do we need some luxury resources from them?
Yeah, you need crabs.
22 or 17.
Second, give me a.
Oh. GD is asking a redeem to be a special guest character. Special NPC?
Hmm?
GD is asking whether there will be a redeem, or if there can be a redeem. To be a
We
special
are
character.
going to have special guests for the campaign, yes. But it will not be as simple as a redeem. Immediately. So we are waiting to get a couple of sessions in before we start having special guest stuff, but there will be special guest things in the future for like one session at a time. But there'll be specific characters that work in the campaign, but worked with the person who's going to be guesting. So that's one of the reasons we only have 3 players, so we can have a 4th one for a special guest. Womford is a little village. What'd you get?
22 or 17.
Okay, nice. So there's a little dock on Womford, which is nice, that runs river trading, mostly for shipping grain. But there are general market stuff, but it's a good in-between area between multiple other towns. There's trade that goes through Womford, which is good, because you can get trade then but from other stuff to Womford to you, but at a
Right.
higher price than direct.
Of course. Middlemen prices.
Exactly. Belliard then is I believe it's a bigger time. It is a market for cattle, for the most part. It's got some cattle, horses. There's leathers and stuff there as well. It's good for that kind of thing. They deal a lot in cattle leather.
So, Lawrence, I believe all of your necessary equipment might come from Belliard, and if we establish a trade route early on, we might be able to assist in raising a proper army and defenses.
Yes, that sounds like a good plan, but we must secure this area first. I believe making a trade route is not that well. Is it easy? I don't know. How hard is it?
Is it easy to make policy of defenses? It's yeah. So
not really, no.
yeah, neither of them are super easy options, but they're a starting point. Like you guys are immediately taking. Oh, we're gonna start making this village our stuff. It's gonna work. And then, Vera then.
I mean,
like, we need some night watchmen.
You gotta keep the area safe.
Yeah, for sure. Like people watching, right? Like even if you have people like yelling, "Oh crap, there's a raiders! Get indoors!" That could save lives. Get the chickens hidden away or something as a minimum. But if you've got people who are there to defend and at least scare off people, you've also heard that people have come up and kind of tried to shake down the village.
I don't trust GD as an NPC. He wants to burn down our village.
I know.
What?
I don't trust
He's
him
gonna
either.
be a traveling strip club salesman looking to set up shop.
It's okay. There's always the option of rocks fall and GG dies. So if he ever was a special character, it's just, hey, rocks fall and GG dies. And the fun thing about this campaign is that actually can happen. Rocks can just fall at any given time and place. If you were to play the level 1 to 5 portion of it, that is how it starts. Rocks just fall out of the sky and kill a bunch of people. That's how it starts in the first level. So, and yeah, I don't know if we actually said anywhere. You guys are level 5 in this, and we haven't done a single bit of combat. I was hoping to get a little bit there, but we didn't. So, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna add into the Discord this information about what the 3 different redeems are this week. So, Bill will do static defenses, Isabel's gonna do trade routes, and then mine is gonna be Silvertwix's one for Thorpe Watch, but through my channel's redeem points. And then the other redeems on my channel are going to be the rerolls for everyone. But the Thorpe, so it's going to be 20,000 points each. Does that mean we should make the Thorpe Watch a little bit less if there's also going to be channel point redeems for rerolls?
No, because I mean, like each of us has our own goal, right?
Yeah. So basically, if they get the 20,000, it will begin happening. Until they get 20,000, it won't start happening. If they both get it, they'll both happen, but there'll be a focus on one. Or all 3 will happen, but there'll be a focus on one. So we'll have them roll over each week until it starts happening. I think would be the best option. And then we'll have new stuff each week for ones that do actually get pushed in there. I don't know where exactly we'll keep track of it.
I think it would be good for you to do an overlay for our current goals.
Yeah, we could do an overlay on current goals and updates each week that we get. But like in terms of tracking on streams and stuff, or we'll need to discuss that. Anyway, for now we'll put it down. Whenever you guys do streams, then people can you can discuss in the streams at the end, hey, donate channel points for this. And the village will start growing a little bit. And remember, this is not the walls will suddenly appear. This is the villagers will start moving towards doing that. Okay? So just to make it very clear for everyone, this is a push for the NPCs and the villagers to actually start moving in a particular direction and getting a focus to do something, not that it will just magically appear. So there'll have to be additional things to help that. So, say if the static defenses were to be done, you guys might need to actually go and find people to help build that stuff, or make sure there's people who are going to be cutting down enough trees to build the lumber, or you guys are going to have to go out to the villages and start those trade routes, for the trade routes. The watch, you're going to have to train people or get more people in who know how to do that stuff. Like, it's just a starting point to get things working as like side quests while the main stuff's going on, which eventually you'll figure out. So that's us for our first session, I guess. Yeah. Anyone else wanna say anything?
Well, it has been a great first session, I think. So, yep.
Full of exhaustive options.
Yep.
Yep.
Check. I gotta put a post in here, so if you want to join us for other things, check out our Discord. Also follow if you want to actually redeem on the other channels. You gotta follow Billsalive, follow IzabelSq. That's their links there. Follow me as well if you enjoyed this. We are going to be running D&D every Wednesday night from 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 11 p.m., which is just after now. We do a podcast just before that as well, at 6:30. 6:30. We've got
6:30.
We got a whole bunch of other stuff during the week. We've got another D&D session that we're like way further in, with like 50 sessions in or something like that on Thursdays, but it's not full AOF one. We've got Friday Night Divinity, which I'm not 100% sure is going to happen this week because I'm getting my teeth pulled out, and it's going to be great fun.
I thought you said you'd be fine.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm starting to reconsider that I might not be able to talk properly. So, like, I'm going to have, like, a big cotton thing in my mouth the entire night because I'm getting, like, I don't think it's going to end up happening this week because it's going to be rough. I don't want to end up, like, risking my mouth starting to bleed just because I'm talking too much. You know, you get that dry
I got
mouth
mine
thing.
out 2 weeks ago.
Oh, really? Huh.
Yeah,
Wow.
it wasn't that bad. It was
Yeah.
like, I was fine in a day.
Yeah.
Don't they chew you up so that you don't feel it for a long while?
Yeah. But your mouth is completely numb for like 4 or 5 hours, and then
At some
Yeah.
point,
And
they
then
knock
it's-
you out with
it's just
heavy
difficult
duty
to
pilot,
talk.
no?
Anyway, I'm getting a wisdom test out on Friday. Well, I'll see how it goes, but I can see it not going well. We've got other games then on Saturday and Sunday, I think. I don't know what we're doing on Saturday at the minute, but Bill's got his crocheting streams, and then Isabel has got her Curse of Strahd one that's finishing on Sunday. Bill's also got his what's the food one you do? What's it called?
What's for dinner?
Yeah.
Mukbang?
That one on Friday. Got a lot of stuff. Check out our Discord. Join us for that stuff. Say hi. Threaten GD not to burn down the town by throwing rocks on him. It's good. Yeah. Hope everyone enjoyed it.